keep it alive.
We wouldn't want to split your fraction heavy, which was always perfect.
Good evening, sports fans. Paul Webster here with Pete Stesky, and our third draw online here at the Cactus Pheasant Classic here in Brooks, Alberta. Pete, welcome to the draw.
Thank you, Paul. Good to be here.
So here we are with David Murdoch, Team Scotland, Team Great Britain at the Olympics coming up in 2014, and Rob Fowler, both teams we've seen individually on the broadcast, but playing here in a B qualifier, trying to get into the playoffs later tomorrow night. So what are your insight on these teams, Mr. Stesky?
I think it's a key game for both teams, obviously, but Fowler coming off a qualifier loss to McKeel or Michel or whatever his name is from Switzerland. They lost that game, so they're going to want to take advantage of their second opportunity to qualify for the playoffs. And David Murdoch, they lost their first game, and they've been able to come back with 3 wins to get to this point. So they're riding a hot streak.
So again, the rotating team for Team Murdoch used to be Team Brewster. Brought on David Murdoch on a full-time basis last year, a fully funded team by the Great Britain Olympic Association, Scottish Institute of Sport. And this time we have Michael Goodfellow starting with lead rocks, Scott Andrew playing second, Tom Brewster at third, and Dave Murdoch, the skip and final rock thrower.
Oh, okay. Speaking of rotating, Paul, you're going to be leaving us. This is your last broadcast. So let's make it a good one. They're going to try to find a suitable replacement, but I feel that will probably be impossible.
Pete, we've talked about it and we've tweeted it, but and we're pretty sure this has been the dream team of broadcasting, at least online.
Online and in our own mind, which is probably most important. I'm not sure how people feel in the patch. If you are that, please feel free to shower us with beverages.
So we are here in beautiful Brooks, Alberta, 2 hours east of Calgary. 7th annual Cactus Pheasant Classic. A Build It and They Will Come event. Some of the top teams in the world are here battling it out in Brooks for a $70,000 purse. Already qualified for this event are Team McEwen, Team Michel, and
the other team that
Team
qualified
Laycock.
A-side, Team Laycock, who qualified in an earlier broadcast.
So we have 3 B-side qualifiers happening right now with Andrew Bolesky playing Team Adine from Sweden.
Easy.
Team Ulsrud playing Team China, so Norway-China battle. And the one that you're watching right now, Team Murdoch versus Team Fowler.
Yep, come on. Hard.
It's my first time at this event. It's absolutely a world-class event.
Good.
Community comes together, pulls together. Sponsorship, volunteers, great community aspect. We had a great sponsors dinner, sponsors banquet last night. Tonight, come on down. There's a live band. I believe it's called Giggle something.
Giggle Stick, actually. Giggle Stick.
Giggle Stick. Coincidentally, that's also what we've named the men's curling calendar. And there will also be a live band tomorrow night after the quarterfinals.
Derek Samagoski, the lead for Team Fowler with his second rock. The intern freeze.
Just get it in behind. Go.
Just a hair light there.
Yeah, slightly light and overcurled. Rob thinks it might have picked there. David Murdoch getting a lot of rocks in play here. Fowler with hammer in this end, winning to draw the button in the pregame practice. So David Murdoch going to try to steal a point or two. While we're at it, let's mention some of the platinum sponsors here for the Cactus Pheasant Classic. Heritage Inn Hotel and Convention Center, where Pete and I have been staying last night. Some of the gold sponsors, Cactus Communication, the City of Brooks, and Brooks Home Furnishings.
Whoa.
Yeah, as you know, Paul, being involved in all these events, they go nowhere without sponsors, and they've certainly got a great list of generous donors for this Bonds Bill, which helps provide one of the top purses for the gentleman to play for in the world.
Yeah, we could do that too. Okay.
Rob Fowler qualified for the pre-trials event starting about a week and a half in Kitchener. So again, 12 men's teams, 12 women's teams playing off for 2 spots. Two of those top two teams get into the trials. Winner of that event represents Canada at the Olympic Games, where they will meet Team Murdoch, now Team Great Britain. They've been officially named as the men's curling team.
Probably one of the better medal hopes for Great Britain in the Winter Olympics, as is Eve Muirhead, the women's representative, our current world champion. We're going to have to do a sock update here on Leadstone Derek, see if he switched it up and gone to the All Black or not.
You're tuning in for the first time. Paul Webster here and Pete Stesky in the booth. I will be doing the play-by-play. Pete, we've coined the term off-color commentator. Whatever comes into his mind usually gets through the mic, sometimes too quickly, so we'll try to help him out.
Yep.
Last time we had Team Scotland on board, we heard some sort of choice language from Skip David Murdoch. We had a talk with him ahead of the game, and
we did.
Laid it on the line.
We assessed him as a $180 fine from the first game and warned him if he had a repeat performance, he would no longer be welcome on Curling After Dark.
Of course, unless he's on sheet 3 or 4, and then he might have to come on.
Yeah, we're sort of limited in our choices, which is probably how we ended up with this game. But great beef final matchup here. Two of the better teams in the world. Sort of contradicts my earlier comment.
It totally does. Second rock here for Brendan Taylor, newcomer to this Fowler squad.
Yep. Whoa, 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 whoa. Okay.
A little bit of a miss there. They would have liked to run the double peel. They actually just squeezed it through a hole, which wasn't too easy to do.
Yeah, looking for a little action on some of the double guards. And Brendan Taylor narrowly missing that one. Tommy Brewster, former skip of this team, back-to-back world silver medals. Bronze medal last year's third for David Murdoch. Looking to put all that experience together, building this team for a run for the gold medal in February 2014.
Whoa, whoa, whoa. Line's real good. No, guys, no.
Pete providing translation services for the broadcast. We found out he's fluent in Norwegian, Swedish, and you said you're pretty good with Scottish as well, Pete.
Yeah, not bad with Scottish. The only words I know in Russian are please stop and leave me alone.
There's room that way, too.
No Russian men's teams here at this 2014 event in Brooks, Alberta. But Pete, president of the Russian Cage Fan Club.
Speaking of Scottish, Alan Lyburn, third stone for Rob Fowler, former Scottish player. He played in the World Junior Championship out of Scotland before moving over to Canada.
Great shot there by Alan, clean up a little bit of the mess. But Fowler loving how many rocks out in front, and he's going to try to help. But Murdoch just ignoring all those, going right around everything.
Linda Moore just giddy it now for Fowler's opportunity, totally controlling the control zone.
Yes.
Wow. Don't want to tweet that pick out of Gertz. He might resign.
Intern draw here for Tom Brewster. Trying to use all those red guards out in front. There's a mess of them. We've seen the teams really grasping onto the ice conditions now, making a lot more shots today than they were yesterday. You got to wait for the late finish. It will finish now. The ice conditions by Roy and crew have been looking phenomenal today.
Keep going.
So in Scottish, that means sweep hard until it stops.
Shut though.
I think you're going to be in charge of the Scottish translation today, Paul.
I've had a few up there.
Yeah, well, Webster, we got some Scottish in our blood.
Gee, well, it's unbelievable.
I actually thought it was a wee bit narrow.
Looks like they're going to try to play a multiple rock peel here, maybe even a double peel, and try to get that red one to come back in the rings and kill that yellow. It'd be a great shot.
Anyway.
Yeah. Good.
on the wrong side of some of these angles with the double peels, looking for a little action in the house, but just over curled. Great opportunity here for Murdoch to draw in lie 2. We'll see Robbie probably blast something on his first one.
Yeah, Robbie, he's probably not too uncomfortable yet. He's
I don't really want to take anymore.
top-notch hitter. He loves to throw the big weight, deadly accurate with it. But
We're good.
like you said, this is a very good opportunity here for Scotland to sneak in there and lie 2. Should be comfortable with draw weight. They did have the opportunity to throw practice rocks, so.
As they figure out this shot, we do invite your questions. So Pete Stesky being at XL Purple Sweater, like extra large, at XL Purple Sweater for Twitter. And myself being at curling_coach, at curling_coach. Add us and then send in your questions, either direct message or directly through Twitter. And anything you send in, we pretty much throw on air, so feel free to get your comments and questions. We may invite some of the top players that are resting tonight to come into the booth. We had a great opportunity last game to have Mike McEwen, A-side qualifier, but also winner last weekend in Portage, to come in and provide some insight into their season.
Yeah, hopefully maybe Mikey might come back tonight. We know right now he's busy at Patricia's just downing his wang steak. Patricia's offers the curlers an opportunity to go there for our viewers who didn't tune in. It's a restaurant/hotel where you can bring your own meat, cook it up on the barbecue.
Stuff behind that whole thing,
So slight miss there by David Murdoch with his first, but still blocking that run back.
Yeah, he staggered it nicely. Created a nice angle anyway.
So option here for Fowler to either run, do the double peel. He's looking at the straight run back.
Just go peel to get rid of it.
Update from Winnipeg Liquor Lotteries Bonspiel. Jennifer Jones successfully took out Team China, 6-4 victory. Jones over Wang. Hockey fans, your beloved Toronto Maple Leafs, 5-2 losers tonight to Columbus. More locally, somewhat more locally, Vancouver leads St. Louis 2-1.
So out-turn run back here for Rob Fowler. Be happy to get the back one. Love to stick it.
Yeah. Whoa. 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 Whoa.
Not sure who Louise is, but
he's not
Rob's
happy
a little
with her.
straight on that one.
He is mad at Louise. Maybe
I think plug the gap and let him play this.
maybe someone from Rob's past who just crept into his mind after that miss. Not sure.
We're not going to get finished.
Rob's very well known for Paul for being one of the longest sliders in the world. Likes
You
to
had
follow
mentioned
his own
that
heart.
his last broadcast that he was on air, Pete. You're a big fan of the long slide.
Yeah, I used to be able to do it when I was 14. I can't do it anymore because I'm now out of shape and old, as you'll tell by my multiple absences during this broadcast tonight.
So back to this game. David Murdoch with his last rock here. Looking to just throw it anywhere. He was just talking about just plugging the gap.
Well, you set me up pretty good there, Paul. I'm not going to take that one down. That's just too easy.
His own words.
They played all their draws to the button down this outturn spot, so you'd have to think that the way.
I think so here.
Plus they played every guard down this spot too, right?
Yeah.
So again, Rob just getting set for, you can hear him in the background, getting set for his last shot, which is going to be a little difficult if David just puts us in the hole here. Last rock for David Murdoch and the first Cooey Ellsworth. Cooey's first rock in the first hand picking, and led to a take of 4 points for Ellsworth. Doesn't change too much there. Still forces Robbie Fowler to a shot to the button.
Yeah, no gimme here in the first end. I mean, fairly large hole to sneak through, but
Well, it's pretty natural.
You might see Robbie just slash this and try to blank it or stick it for one.
yeah, he's an amazing hitter, so he won't be afraid to take on this shot.
We've been on these sheets a little bit, and what we have seen out wide, you haven't seen it earlier, but a little bit of extra curl out wide. So we'll see. A lot of the hits have been running straight, but I wouldn't be surprised if this one does overcurl a bit.
Yeah, if you go, that's a good call, Paul. The further out you go, it's almost like there's a bit of a hill. And
really,
the
I
rock
just hit
seems
it
to come off it a little more
3/4
violently than it is in the middle section of the ice.
Play the draw. It's just,
Although
it's
this
a bit
rock,
of a guess.
he'll probably whip
Yeah,
it down
let's
there
go
hard
for it.
because, like you say, he's not looking to stick this. He would like to use this as an opportunity to blank the end and keep the hammer going to the second end.
This is 3Bs.
Got too much?
3B final.
Better to hit half than to hit it too thick, I guess, right?
Robbie Sport, number 29, as a Montreal Canadiens fan, I can only assume that's to represent Ken Dryden, 5-time Stanley Cup winner, maybe 6 with the Habs during the 70s.
So again, you're watching Fowler versus Murdoch here in Brooks, Alberta, Cactus Pheasant Classic. Last shot here in the first end. In-turn run back here for Rob Fowler to either take one or force the blank.
Great shot there
Hey,
by
guys,
Rob.
Keep her going, eh? Tough luck on yours. It just hit a mountain with pebble. Thanks. Well, we were waiting on it, and then it went from good to dead. So
Good on, boys.
we just had to make one run back. We just waited until my last one. Just had to make one run back at some point.
I know, eh?
Just thankfully it wasn't against two.
Yeah. Aye. We've not had many picks, actually. I think that's the first
That
pick
was
we've
a
had.
nasty one too, because it just went straight
Aye, it
sideways.
did.
Eh?
It's good to see
Well, I'd
Dave
rather have him
is
be gone.
adhere to the
That's
warning
the
we
other
gave him
facing
before the
two.
game there
Loss.
because he did a very unfortunate pick and he chose to not use the language he used during our opening broadcast.
High hard one
That
blank.
was something.
And we're still trying to find out for our viewers who Louise is.
Yeah.
Robbie seems to be not too charmed with
Not
her
bad,
for
yeah.
some reason.
You know, Louise, if you're out there and you want to text in or send a message via Twitter, feel free. Michael Goodfellow starting off this end for Team Murdoch.
He's talking to Tom Brewster in between games. He used to play with his brother.
Oh, it's all
His
there.
brother's since retired and has actually joined the family business. He owns a bunch of Clydesdales. He actually breeds them.
Halfway.
I believe he has 16 horses and counting. His dad was in the business, but he's stepping away. And Tom's mom has been very active in curling for a number of years. She's one of the top at the Scottish Association. I believe she's the assistant coach, maybe, or director of the ladies team.
Outturn guard for Derek Samagoski. Made. And Michael Goodfellow being asked for the same type of outturn, just a center guard this time. Just to review, we're into the B qualifiers here
Line's
in
good.
Brooks.
Line's good.
3 qualifiers already, Michelle, McEwen, and Laycock.
Go only, guys.
And then the B qualifiers.
Let it go,
In between
come on.
some of these ends, we will update the
Hold
scores for you live here.
Keep
You
going.
don't have to check on your
to the
scoreboards
center,
at
guys.
curlingzone.com.
Okay.
We'll give you a live
now.
look at the scores.
All right. Real nice.
Nice aggressive start to this end for both teams. Center guard going up there. Rob's going to try to whip around an outturn freeze.
Just want to thank Jerry Gertz of curlingzone.com for his comments in the background. It's pretty nice, actually, with Jerry in the background on our headphones. It's just like a wah, 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 wah.
Yeah, we can't really hear Jerry, and that's probably when we like
Yep.
Jerry the best.
Line's good.
He's actually being
Yep.
phased out of our
Yep.
production by Action Dan.
Hard. Hard. Keep going. Stay down. Stay down. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it. Bump it.
Good sweep in there by the boys. Nice shot. Probably just over curled slightly.
Yeah, great sweep by Robbie, testing the technology he's got on with his microphone there. Really loud yeller.
Both ends.
But
it's
key
not
shot there,
crazy,
didn't want to
but
touch
both
that center
ends have
guard.
good
Great
curl
shot
to them.
again
So
by the great
we just have
setup
to
at
make
Leeds.
sure when we're calling line, you
Good
don't have to
fellow
throw
in
it any different. We
Samagoski.
just have to sweep it right.
Now up for Team Murdoch, Team Scotland is Scott Andrews. We have Greg Drummond listed on
Line's
our
good.
website, but we'll change that.
Whoa, go around.
That's just another mistake by Jerry.
Whoa, go around. Needs to curl.
This one's out there a little bit. They're going to need a lot of finish here.
No, never. That's it.
Unfortunate, they just rubbed off there. Probably a couple feet heavy on that one, or they would have got more curl.
Great opportunity here for Team Fowler to set two buried behind this. They don't even have to get rid of all those yellows like Robbie's looking at. Just move them to the back line. Brendan Taylor second for Team Fowler here with an opportunity to set up his team for a possible 2-point score later on this end.
Hard! Whoa!
Got to finish up here to get action on both those yellows. Love to tuck in behind that center guard. Producer Dan testing out his camera angles. He's got it. Good shot by Brendan. Would have liked to curl a little bit more there. Murdoch not even going to play on that side. Looking for the in-turn freeze.
Yeah, it's a nice call here by David. Quite often you sort of get locked into playing one side of the sheet. He recognizes if he can maybe throw an in-turn freeze into the pocket here, he'll be able to put his team in a good situation for a force.
Line's good. Line's good. Hard. Hard, guys. They need to switch, guys. They need to switch.
Great opportunity there, slightly missed by Team Murdoch. And now Robbie Fowler with their opportunity to lie 2 or 3 fully
5
behind
feet
cover.
less.
Yeah, you're a
5
little
feet
more
less
generous
weight.
than I'd be there. That's a fairly substantial miss.
We just
Probably
back
8 to
forward.
10 feet light, and he's actually, that
Whoa.
rock's a
I'd
big
like to
friend of
bump it a
Fowler
little
now.
bit.
It's help guarding their shot rock.
Just,
Allows Rob to come and
T-line.
play a little quiet T-line tap here. Might be able to lie 2 or 3 buried. Due to the staggering of those guards, it's not going to be the easiest run back for Murdoch to get out of this situation.
Out-turn freeze tap here for Brendan Taylor. The line's going to be most important, and then they'll drag it in there.
Hard! Hard!
Going to turn down Robbie's mic here.
Yep.
Just ticking that center guard. Great weight on that shot, but just a little bit over curl, and still not a bad lead for Team Fowler.
Yeah, he probably just needed a few more feet of weight there to help promote the stone, but
Triple?
could be a triple there, Paul.
Out-turn heat by Tommy Brewster, possibly coming up. Murdoch not loving the situation right now.
No, his first indication there, it looks like he thinks the rock will jam and stay right there if they do attempt the triple.
I think for the viewers at home, they should at least attempt it.
Yeah, I wouldn't be lying to tell you I'd be interested in how it would work out if they made an attempt at it, but it does look like it'll probably jam.
I don't like this.
Looks like Rob's on the backboard there. Maybe he's texting that Louise girl he's so angry at.
It's
hard to
just
tell.
Jamming this. Yeah, I know, but you can run that and sit there, but then he's here. we're still in a lot of trouble. Like.
Just love when you guys talk. I mean, they still have 4 rocks left, but he realizes right now in the end that he's in a lot of trouble just with the placement of the rocks. And at this point, Fowler's only lying 1. They're just playing the game out and not liking what's happening here. Again, that miss that we saw with that yellow at the top of the screen really hurt them. That was supposed to be the top 4 foot and has really dictated a little bit of the game.
Yeah, it's allowed, probably gave control of both sides of the sheet to Fowler because it blocked off Scotland's access on the intern side and then allowed Robin. They didn't even make a great shot on their last one, but they did come down and play the other side, and now they are looking at the potential of a very big end. Tragic upset over in Winnipeg is Team Paulson knocked off our girl Laura Crocker. Probably, I would have to say there's probably quite a few picks or some bad ice in that game for that outcome.
Laura, if you could text in or Twitter in and give us some insight into that game. Pete has lost $100 on his first round pick. He had Crocker winning the A side qualifier. So we're going to see it. Outturn heat here from Tom Brewster. We're hoping.
Yeah, Tommy, he can bring it. He's not the biggest guy in the world, but he can definitely whistle a rock down there, as you refer to it as a meat something.
Yeah, I'm not sure what that was.
I don't know what you were doing.
So Tom Brewster, 160 pounds of mean Scotsman chucking the bomb here. Looking for the triple action on the Red Rocks. It's going to hit a little bit too thin.
Yeah, he won't be happy with that result. Hit it too thin, and he should have been able to kill 2 Red Rocks for sure there, but unfortunately for him, he did leave 1 around.
Like Pete says, Tom's known he's a really good hitter, so he won't be happy with that. But we have seen that numerous times here when they're throwing that bigger weight. If the mistake is made, it is on the high side or that undercurl. They just sort of overthrow it.
Yeah, I don't think there's been any more than maybe 1 or 2 times the entire weekend where that shot's been missed tight. Even if you are a hair narrow, the sweepers seem to be able to hold on to it because it does run so straight there.
You could go here. You could freeze it. Or we could try and hit and try and get it over to here, I think. Because if he plays this, it's going to stay somewhere pretty good, I think. Can you get through there with like a solid nice and get rolled right out of the way?
Solid nice.
Nice weight being a Manitoba. For, the other team that uses that weight is Team Stoughton.
Or do you want to go in behind? If we get 2 behind the guard, what does he do? Just don't want to bump it, but if we get 2 behind the guard, even if we bury it right there, biting the 8 foot, what does he do? Does he try and make that and go over there? Yeah. 0-0. If we get 2 behind the guard, there's a good chance they're going to be there for a long time. If you play in a hit here, you're probably just going to group them all together and give them a bomb. You like that then? Okay, let's wheel 1 in there. Full 8.
Got a little tweet here. As we said, please get a hold of us on Twitter. Reed, one of our avid followers, great player in his own right, world champion, Brier champion, qualified for the Olympic trials at Reed-A-Rama. He feels that they maybe should have subbed in Greg Drummond for that shot because that man can hit. Hashtag Percy. Sounds to me like Reed might have a little crush on Greg.
Yeah, nicknames are always interesting. Alan Lyburn here with this outturn draw, his first in the second end. Great opportunity here for Team Fowler to set up a 2 or 3 score. Great looking line here, exactly where they wanted. Not looking for too much of a tap, but they did. So that tap opens up maybe a double opportunity here for Tommy Brewster.
Yeah, I don't think you want to leave Tommy the same shot twice. Just a matter of what they'll try to do with the shoot or how they'll try to control it.
We go through and peel, we'll get this a hair thick.
We don't want to throw peel, do we?
If we have anyone from the Team Jones rank, we'd love you maybe contact us, Don or Caitlin. Let us know if you found it easier to take the wang the second time. Was it easier the second time after having taken him down 2 weeks ago? Love to hear your input into that.
I'll go
You can
away.
reach us on Twitter,
I'll go away because you can
text,
be friending this.
email,
we do this,
Facebook.
We know we've got nothing.
Brendan's three was coming across.
So David Murdoch asking third Tom Brewster for the intern double. They're just concerned about what weight to throw, so they're not going to overthrow this one. They don't want to spin up to our left here as we're watching the screen.
They weren't diving quite that hard before. I thought Brendan might have just wanted to wait on his, because sometimes his run and it went from being good to really cranking.
Going with the intern here.
Whoa! Whoa!
Thin double here. Just need about a quarter
Whoa!
rock of the.
No, 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 no. Come on.
Oh, that couldn't have worked out better.
Yeah, that's a good shot there.
Double
Great
run.
shot by Tom. They were a little concerned about hitting it too thin,
They
but
might
made
get
it
that
really
one
good,
too.
getting the action up to the top red.
That's
Team Murdoch now
inside.
lying two.
There we go.
Sort of makes you wonder what the Fowler team was trying to accomplish with their last stone there, because that at the level these guys play at, that double is going to be made a lot. He almost had two catchers in there for him.
Yeah, well, to Rob's credit, he didn't want to tap it. So once you're sweeping early for line, and then because of that, you got the tap weight. So they were just looking for a straight freeze or draw
Just a
the
dead
top
freeze and not promote that rock at all, yeah.
eight. So Alan Liburn trying to clean up things here for Team Fowler.
Yep! Hard! 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 Hard!
Watch for the action in the house now. They're hoping to get something back there.
Beauty.
What
Wow.
a shot. Look at that. Double
Great
run
shot.
back, triple takeout for Alan Liburn. Lying two. We'll get the shot of the house from up front here. So half bury the one. Still opportunity here for Dave
Read that
Murdoch,
one like
but
a
huge
can read that one
change
like a
of
book.
events here in the second
Little
end.
notes
Yeah, that
circle
might be our
away.
shot of the week so far.
We get the replay on that, Dan?
All you have to do is go to youtube.com and rewind it.
Again, when you're on YouTube, if you see that little thumbs up button, press it. Even if you don't like us, helps out
You roll for shot here
curlingzone.com. Jerry Gertz and securing some sponsorship for these broadcasts.
Yeah, it's not really anything to do with us as much as it is for the game itself. We're secure in our ability to entertain or not entertain people.
And based on the tweets, we understand that you might not like Pete, but if you could just like the broadcast, that would do us a benefit here and get these free streaming across the country as much as possible. David Murdoch with his first here in the second end, looking for a hit and roll. Michael Goodfellow and Scott Andrew on the sweep.
Can we confirm that Michael is that good a fellow? Or?
Left it. Nice. Real hard.
David
Gotta
not
get that back one out.
so happy,
Go
but
intern
they
this
really want
way
to
and just
roll
try and get
into
o- no,
the
even nose is not
corner
bad,
guards
'cause
there
If he
to
wants to take on that double, he could jam it, eh?
take off for a shot, but sitting second, I think, right now, and just didn't get the
So if
roll,
you
but
go into
open
this
here for
way, you're
Rob
gonna
to
nose
hit and
it,
roll
or if
either
anything,
way.
go behind the corner. So I think that's the more natural way to go this way than to go that way, right?
I never said it was that big, to be honest.
Nice weight.
It's an interesting call here with what you want to do with your shooter. I mean, it seems obvious you'd want to roll underneath one of the corner guards, but
Liber.
if you do roll around,
a bit
which
of
is more
kind
like a
of-
center guard, that red one,
Come on,
you might be
nose or roll
forcing
your way
a little bit, Derek.
a freeze attempt out of Murdoch, and if he makes it, he's cut your end off. Or if you nose hit that rock, there's no really easy double opportunity there. So
Nice weight, guys.
I think Rob might want to nose this. It's probably his best chance to score two. Again, throwing nice weight.
So I believe nice weight, and feel free to chirp in here. Reed Crothers is board weight here for Rob Fowler.
Whoa,
whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa, whoa!
Audible for a little bit of a roll.
That's a great shot by Rob. We do have a tweet from Laura Crocker. We asked, and she answered, how did she lose that first game? It turns out, she said it was that Louise she got us to. Hashtag never had a chance. So it sounds like this Geez Louise is tormenting curlers all over the country. Thanks for your feedback there, Laura.
Yeah, great tweet. We had a direct tweet from Jeff Sharp, formerly of Team Simmons, played a long-time third for Pat Simmons. Just tweeting in. Big fan of yours, it sounds like, Pete.
Well, at least get nose and force them.
Actually, a lot of people don't know Jeff Sharp is a fake Twitter account of mine, so I just sent that in myself. Nice to hear from you, Jeff. Jeff actually had an opportunity to fill in the final of Saskatoon Bonspiel when Kevin Martin was hurt. Got to play lead stone with his former teammate Ben Hebert. They lost the final to Reed and Jeff Stoughton.
Yep, gotta go on this.
Last rock here for David Murdoch.
Whoa, whoa, whoa!
Playing yellow rocks. Fowler, he's not liking the line call now. You can gonna hit and roll out here, it looks like. Hit and roll out for David, and an open draw for 2 points here for Rob Fowler. Murdoch just wondering why we were sweeping. Solid question. Again, the ice has been a little bit tricky, playing with the curlers' minds a bit. A lot more consistent today from what we've seen. A ton of shots being made today.
Yeah, all the games we've done today, the curling's been very high caliber. Reminding me why I'm back here and not out on the ice.
The draw to the button here, eh? We've seen a lot of action in this spot, so okay, guys.
Last rock, Rob Fowler. Open draw for 2 points. Piece of the rings, I believe, and he gets his 2.
Come on, Derek, go, Derek! Hard, Derek!
Not what you want to hear out of your hand. You want to be cheering on, but they just got to get past all the junk in front. Oh, he's going to be totally fine. Full 12 gets him his 2 points. Great sweep by Samagoski and Brendan Taylor. And 2-0 lead for Fowler after 2 ends.
You can't sweep the ones that are going through on their own.
Nicely played end there by Team Fowler.
So we'll go and try to look at the scoreboards here in the other sheets, see where they're at.
If we hit the roll behind them, we probably get forced to
We're
one
going
there.
to test Dan out. Oh, here we go. We're going to start over to our left here on sheet
Plus, if we don't
1.
sweep and it catches pebble and it over curls, you look
And
really
holy
foolish.
schmoly.
Yeah.
That's Schlender over Eriksson, 6-0 through 2 ends. Huge start for Nassau Schlender.
Eriksson, a young Swedish team. Tie with Boleski and Eden after 2.
That was a sweep coast to coast. It doesn't
China-Norway
curl a ton on
tied
that
at
side of the
1.
sheet. There's more movement on this side of the sheet. Yeah,
Our sheet,
so we'll try
you're
and play
quite,
this side
of
if we
course, we've
can.
never scored here. 2-0 for Fowler.
Hey, full forward. Derek.
2-1 Kui over Team Korea. And finally, a 1-1 tie. A lot of 1-1 ties. Another Korean team against Brady Clark out of the U.S.
Just catching up on Twitter, you asked if Reed being an active follower, has replied to myself and at Curling Coach, nice weight is approximately 10.5736 hog to hog, or in other words, control weight. Thanks for that feedback, Reed. It's good to see that you're adopting a more accurate system, rounding it off to 4 decimal places. I feel that 1 decimal place just doesn't account for enough precision in the game now. I actually go to 7 decimal places when I play on Monday nights.
So Team Fowler looking to drag this close to the rings. 2-0 lead, getting it into hopefully the top 4. Just a little light on that with Samagoski's first.
Good to see he has taken into account. He's changed up the socks. He's going with more of a shade of blue tonight, maybe.
You think he did change up the socks?
They're definitely darker. I'm a little colorblind, so I'm not sure what. Maybe you can help out.
Do you think that was a personal choice, Pete, or just a direct relation to your comments on the earlier broadcast?
I don't feel that anything we say with regards to wardrobe should be taken seriously on this broadcast, Pat Ferris. And we can just probably attribute to his other socks were dirty, and he chose to put on a clean pair.
Okay, we're good. Attaboy.
Intern corner guard there for Michael Goodfellow. Great spot. And Derek Samagoski with his second of the end.
I'm liking featuring the backwards hat there, showing a little attitude out on the ice.
Yep. You got room. Lots
Little
of
tweet
room.
from your neck of the woods there, Paul. Glencoe Bowling.
Finish it if you can. Finish it if you can.
It's at Lefroy
Keep going,
Whiskey
keep going,
and
that's
at
good.
Pheasant Classic tonight. Nothing better.
The combination of a good scotch
and
and
it's fresher out there, too,
online
so-
curling broadcast for John Pearson, our bowling guy at Glencoe.
Shout out to John. Just letting you know, Paul did not vouch for you for at BWD Curling, so you'll continue to be on the waiting list.
Sorry, John, I tried. Scott Andrews here for Team Murdoch. Of course, that's not Scott Andrews. That's Michael Goodfellow with his second.
Oh. Yep. Hard. Real hard, guys. Go. Good effort, Mike.
Okay shot there by Goodfellow, looking for a slightly different role, but rocks in play here. Corner guard still in play for Murdoch, trying to get some of the play behind there. Love the fact he's trying to use it. We talked about that in a couple other broadcasts. So many times we see that corner guard thrown and not used.
Yeah, I mean, the Derek just getting his rocks slightly out of positions allowed Murdoch to approach this end with a chance to maybe get two, but no real steal developing for Fowler because nothing's really around the center line. I think that one just got away from him there a bit.
That was something just over curled, probably just soft or turned it in for Brendan Taylor there. That guard truly wasn't in play. And so just out of his hand, may have picked something as well. We'll give him the benefit of the doubt.
Yeah, uncharacteristic miss there. Brendan's a big guy, so I don't want to pick on him too much tonight because I know I'm going to run into him at the patch later, so I'm going to say nice things.
Yep, probably a pick.
Meanwhile, Mr. Liburn's a teddy bear. He'd never do anything to harm me, so I'll probably use him as a whipping boy tonight.
Gotta go.
Scott Andrews trying to replace that corner guard that was
Leave
removed.
this one. Keep it going.
Want to give a shout out to our fans in the patch downstairs at the Pheasant
Go.
Pheasant
Right
Patch, looking for a great night tonight with the live band there. Tickle
Stick. Is it Tickle Stick?
Tickle Stick, Giggle Stick. I don't think I should be talking about this kind of thing. My lawyer addressed me probably not to talk about it too deeply, but we're looking for a fun night in the patch tonight. Shout out to everybody down there.
Tickle Twig.
Tickle Twig. Hashtag Craig Saville. Hashtag happy birthday. Another shout out to Craig. Hope you're having a good birthday night tonight, Craig. Hopefully you got something better to do than stay home and listen to us.
Body and everything, and then arm.
Craig Saville, Mr. Canoehead in the Men of Curling calendar. Get yours to help support numerous top charities. menofcurling.com.
Line's good. Whoa.
Scott Andrews with his second here, and again just trying to put that corner guard back up.
Line's good.
This might slip into the rings here. Trying to guard his own, getting a little tight. Brings in the run back possibility for Alan Lyburn.
For the ladies out there, we're also running a little bit of a poll for the next calendar shoot. Please text in or tweet in who you feel should be represented in the next Men of Curling calendar.
That is a solid question.
It was previously announced that Second Stone from Mike McEwen's team
Matt Wozniak
is going to be releasing his own Movember calendar. He's going to be sporting a mustache and very little else, and 12 action shots and a centerfold.
And I think 12 different styles of mustaches, which is tough to do. Out turn run back for Alan Lyburn, showing again his hitting prowess here. His last end, Allen pretty much secured the 2 points for Fowler single-handedly, making a double run-back triple takeout.
Yeah, that was our shot of the week thus far. For that, we will award Allen 1 drink ticket in the patch. He can use that on either wine, beer, or mixed drinks.
If someone could bring that ticket up, it would be great.
Yeah, we're not just rich in this booth. We're doing this for free.
So made the run back, but left the guard. Murdoch's going to make use of that guard with the intern come-around call here for Tom Brewster.
Tommy Brewster narrowly missed out on the 2012 actually, World Championship. Lost to Glenn Howard in an extra end.
Hard. Keep coming, guys. Hard.
If you don't know the makeup of the team, Tom used to skip this team with Greg Drummond at third, Scott Andrews at second stone, and Michael Goodfellow at lead. David Murdoch was brought in for the Olympic run, and they've decided to put David at skip and then have rotated the other teammates.
You want to go? It's probably better.
Got a little shout out here from my GA partner at Brent Lang, 99. Brent is at home preparing for the Grand Slam, cheering on his wife in
Try
Winnipeg.
and go that way.
I'd like to get some of Brent's insight on how he feels Jan handled Wang.
You should keep your
But,
shooter higher that way.
Nice to hear from you, Brent.
This way,
Brent,
they're
if you're
probably gonna
listening,
set up
and
a
I think you are, maybe you can phone in. We'll try our first ever
7-8.
iPhone interview. Apple iPhone. The best phone for on-air interviews.
If you don't have a long-distance plan, Brent, feel free to call, collect. We'll bill it to curlingzone.com. Jerry's rolling in the dollars here. We're allowing him to return all of our empties.
Last shot here for Alan Lyburn, third stone for Team Fowler. Waiting for this to curl. Again, Brendan Taylor motioning that it is a little bit heavy, and we have seen a number of these that aren't perfect weight. Wait for the curl. Trying to get a little tap and roll here.
Keep going. Go. Okay, that's good.
Great shot here by Alan.
Alan's had a
Play was
solid
fine.
game here. He's definitely been the
There's a spot
MVP
there
out here
that
tonight.
We caught on Derek's too in the first end, where at the bench it just takes
Like normal?
Like you were T-weight, which is fine.
Just letting you know, Brent, at home, that we've warned
I know. That's why you have to wait, and then they take a jump
Team
and they
Murdoch
can't
not
hold
to
it,
stand
right?
too close to the hog line or have too many conversations move around when Robbie's throwing the rock tonight.
It's a pretty good shot, really. I mean,
I know there's been a controversy about that in the past. Breach of curling etiquette.
Intern here for Tommy Brewster. Line call all in David Murdoch's hand here to make this run back. Want to stick it.
That's good.
So just over curled slightly there. Could have had a perfect shot.
Nice weight.
I got rid of it, which was great, but could have stayed behind cover.
Yeah, roll it past it. And then you can slide.
Robbie calling for the nice weight, so we learned that was a
anything in this point?
10.5634
So, eh?
hog to hog.
You got to think there's going to be a bit of movement from the hog end,
Oh,
right?
wow, look at this.
So go there then. That's not
That
enough.
is
then.
fantastic.
Go there.
Now go down a bit there, Danny.
Just a heel. Just
Square
go
that up.
quick.
No, I like that. Go horizontal. And then zoom up a bit so we get the hog line. Or sideways, I guess. Oh my God. I apologize if you have motion sickness problems at home, but Dan on his sixth curling broadcast is getting a little creative. Look at this, folks. We have just got
Watch it from
delivered
the
our
bench in. That's where
first
there seems to be a bit of movement.
Men of Curling calendar. So I'm going to open this. We want to discuss some of the calendar picks in here. Again, Men of Curling calendar just come out a couple weeks back. It's sold close to 1,000 online. They're out of them here in Brooks.
Whoa.
12 of our top male players volunteered
And
for
Pat
this.
Fleming.
Or Paul Fleming.
Paul Fleming.
Good sweeping, guys.
So we had cover boy Mike McEwen in here earlier. I don't know if you want to comment on the cover piece.
You know what? This shows great athleticism on Mike's part. perfect balance. I really got a question, though, why he's wearing a pair of Don's underwear.
Well, oh, absolutely.
First
Maybe
spot
she
where
wanted to
we've
get a
seen
little
that
input
nice
into the
aggressive
shot. I'm not
curl.
sure, but very athletic, Mike. Very supple.
Supple.
She's a, yep.
So Murdoch still trying to manufacture 2 points here with hammer.
Yeah. That'll break at the end, so.
Looking for the intern
they're
hit
all,
and
they're all
roll.
finishing nice. Hog in, they're good.
Turning to January here, we have Nicholas Adine Curl World Championship. Great abs there. I wish I had abs like that. They're buried somewhere underneath this beer gut of mine. Very focused look, dragging the plow.
Dragging the plow.
Adine's been known to plow quite a few things on the road.
Whoa.
Again, Paul Webster here with Pete Stetsky. I'll be doing the play-by-play. Pete will be doing the off-color commentary. David Murdoch looking for the hit and roll behind cover here. Looks like he's got a great one.
Yeah, nice control weight on that shot there by David.
So leaving the probably run back possibility here for Rob Fowler.
Okay. It's so noisy.
It is very noisy out there, I'll give him
Who
that.
knows, it's fine.
This is Rob's bread and butter. We've already seen it. He's made one with the in-turn slash. He's now lining up the out-turn. Basically, almost guaranteed to make contact with that yellow one, hoping not to get an unfortunate break and jam the yellow onto his rock in the back 12. That's really the only way I see him missing this shot.
We got a direct tweet from Greg Drummond, the 5th player now for Team Murdoch on the bench today, but checking in through social media. So you're stuck in February there.
Well, we got a game going on. I'm just trying to decide whether Thomas Aldridge's photoshopped here or not. I've seen a locker room. I've never seen him look that tight.
Out-turn run back here for Rob Fowler.
Automatic for Rob.
Yeah, wants to stick it too, and he did a great job doing just that.
Amazing hitter.
Yeah. Had a good eye on it from up top.
For March here, sporting a kilt, we have David Murdoch. I'm not going to ask if he's wearing traditional Scottish style or not. He's got some boots on there. David is obviously on the ice right now playing. Since he can't hear me, I could say anything I want about this pick, but he's raising money for Parkinson's UK, a great cause there.
Well, I gave him a little more because they're through wide too. So.
Questionable photo here from E.J. Harnden, probably the most cut curler in the history of the game. Calvin Klein model. I think he should have gone maybe sporting boxer underwear and showing. Yeah, he's got to show that with those pecs.
Last shot here, talking about David Murdoch, Mr. March. He's got the last intern draw here for one. Force of one here. Boys look like, based on their body language sweeping, looks like this will be fine. Need a full 8 foot, a little bit better, and they got their 1 point. Fowler successfully forces Murdoch to 1. And Fowler will take the 2-1 lead into the 4th end.
Probably the most controversial, well, second most controversial of photos has to be Mr. May, Carter Rycroft, who he somehow talked Nolan Thiessen into kneeling down behind him, painting his fingernails red, and holding his hands up to cover up Carter's junk. Carter appears to have a completely hairless body, with the exception of underarm hair, which unfortunately for me in 1997 I ran into with a young Swiss lady.
Like a par 3 golf course.
Carter's raising money for Stollery Children's Hospital Foundation.
Short course.
Not convinced that I would have had the guts to do what Carter did here, but it's Carter stepping outside of the box. Then we have family man John Mead representing June. Great charity for John. Sandra Schmerler. John in there with both his kids. One of the most popular players, one of the greatest players in the game. First ballot Hall of Famer. Still trying to get John up to 1,000 followers on Twitter. Then a great guy. We're giving the gears here, but Paul Fleming from, he's our July calendar guy. Perennial representative out of Nova Scotia in the Briar. Raising funds for junior curling at the Mayflower Curling Club. Good to see you, Paul. Sporting a guitar. A little bit lack of bulge.
And then there's Mr. Canoehead, Mr. August Craig Selwell. Happy birthday, Craig, from all of us here in Brooks, Alberta. I know the committee and the fans here in Brooks miss you and Team Howard, but I understand that you're getting ready and taking a weekend off for the big event in Abbotsford next week.
Now, I think Craig, when I contacted him about this photo, he said he made a mistake. This was actually the one he was going to send into Cottage Life.
That's good. That's good. That's
really
good.
nothing mail calendar about this at all, except it appears, based on the moisture in his shorts, he might have wet himself. Not so sure this was his first choice. He's raising money for a junior program at the Manatik Curling Center, although I think his bank account is directly linked to that account, so there could be some controversy there. Next, unquestionably, the most disappointing photo for me. I was really looking forward to seeing what a sauna workout can do for your body here from Brad Jacobs, but he's chosen to go with a black wife beater.
Gotta go.
Very questionable T-shirt, but raising money for the Sioux Curly. Well, that's what they're called. I don't mean
Undershirt?
yes, it's an undershirt,
Yeah.
but there's certainly no derogatory content meant there. We should also mention Neil Mungle of the Curling News and neilmungle.com, head photographer for this issue, helping raise all this money for charity. Now this one, Paul.
Mr. October.
Mr. October, Ben Hebert, probably the most controversial shot in the calendar.
Besides Carter's, Ben did a full garage sale look in his garage and grabbed all of his sporting equipment.
I asked Ben about this shot. He said, he's sporting hockey gloves, a baseball bat, and a football, and whatever those cleats are. But he's trying to send the message out that he is the best athlete in curling, and Ben is a tremendous athlete. The controversy is, and we ran a poll on this on our broadcast yesterday, 78% of those who responded.
It's actually 87, Pete.
Feel that he's packing the jockstrap with some socks there. That's the feedback from our followers. Benny's calendar sales will raise funds for Kids Sport at kidsportcanada.ca. November, our cover boy, Mikey McEwen. Mikey raising funds for Movember. We had Mikey in earlier. Looks like he's sort of sporting a slight rash on his left pectoral. Probably from something him and Don had going on, or maybe he just shaved it a little too tight there. Looks like he tried to shave the chest in advance of the photo.
Okay.
Finally, probably most of the ladies' favorite pick here.
We're not getting that much going, really.
Heartthrob John Morris.
We're not getting much going there.
Gold medalist. He's almost got a little
gotta be a
bronze,
little
dirty
heavier here.
firefighter look going here with his eyes as steel staring through the camera. Pictured with his little brother Cole. John's raising money for the Big Brothers Big Sisters of Calgary area. BBBSCalgary.com. So again, you can find the Men of Calendar Curling at menofcurling.com. Excellent work by the boys. Paul's a little upset he wasn't asked as one of the top coaches in the game. He's told me he's going to tighten it up for next year's issue.
Tight as a tiger. So let's get back to this game. The Leeds playing 4 great shots, and we just saw a slight miss out of Scott Andrews, coming up short on the freeze attempt. We saw that 2 ends ago as well with that first rock, so you might have a slower rock there.
All right.
Of course, this red one might be slower too. So a couple misses in a row here. Opportunity now for Murdoch to look at cleaning some of the junk up. Fowler with hammer and the 1-point lead here in the 4th end.
Let's go high side around here. Quite like this.
For those of you wondering about the Adine comment, we were just joking about him dragging that plow. I wouldn't be too nearly strong enough to move that thing. Twitter's now lighting up with comments on the calendar. I believe actually Nicholas, he dates former world champion who won the Worlds with current Swedish players Cissi Östlund and Sarah Karlsson, and their skip who's since retired.
In-turn draw here for Scott Andrews, trying to get it fully buried around there, but
Okay. Don't mind
guys
that.
just struggling with the weight out in the far left-hand side. We have seen the ice tighten up on the far sides, and whether it's through frost or whatever, but it's been pretty consistent that way throughout the event.
A little shout out to Devlin Hinchy sitting at home with
The husband of
Just
Jill
kidding. Gotta
Officer.
make sure you don't.
very famous curler, Jill Officer, having some Maker's Mark. Not sure what that is. Do you know what that is?
I think it's a whiskey or something like
That
that.
might be better.
It's a whiskey. We've confirmed that's a whiskey. Just so you know, we do not encourage our viewers to drink, but if you do, please drink responsibly. They're listening to the Coe Ulsrud game, so not unlike a lot of things a little behind, but
Just
that's all
this
right.
one because of
Bourbon Friday night. Good for you, Devlin. Hope you enjoy the broadcast. Shout out to new follower
Rick
Scotty
Huff.
Burton. Back to the game here.
Yeah, so Fowler looking to clean up some of the mess in front. Fowler with a 1-point lead and hammer. Not liking the way things are shaping up there. So many guards. Second, Brendan Taylor asking for the double peel. Bonus with a little action in the house if you can get it.
Good.
Just briefly here, Paul, I did my review of the calendar. Were you disappointed that you didn't get to see more of Brad Jacobs?
Wow, I don't know if I want to say that on air, but yeah, absolutely. I mean, the girls
That's
are
why I'm
huge
just
fans of Brad Jacobs, and especially
evaluating.
that whole team this last year when they won the Brier and went on a run at the Worlds.
Yeah, very popular team. Great to see young guys like that. Brought in Ryan Fry, huge success last year, and very fit individuals.
Team Jacobs qualified for the pre-trials, so they'll be getting ready. You will not see them in Abbotsford next week. They'll be playing Kitchener-Waterloo. So next week, Sportsnet showing the Abbotsford Masters of Curling, and the week after that, TSN showing the pre-trials in Kitchener-Waterloo. So we got a bunch of curling coming up here in November, and then followed by another
you could
slam
try
in
it.
Medicine Hat,
Jeff here.
and then
Like-
first week of December, the trials in Winnipeg.
Yeah.
So the next 4 or 5
I mean, look
weeks,
at this
we're going to have
gonna be a
a
blast, but-
ton of curling on TSN and Sportsnet.
Ton of curling, not as good curling coverage necessarily, but
Yeah.
nevertheless, they'll do
I'll
their
just throw
best.
this way and, like,
I would say
step
the
off here.
commentators have something to work for. Probably the camera angle is going to be slightly better.
Sitting beside our head cameraman and executive and co-CEO, Dan Action Dan.
Dan, the man. Also, if you want to check out Dan's website, southernalberta.com, the best of the region every day. News and events for Southern Alberta. Tune in there and help out Dan. The more money we can get him with that business, the better he'll be at this business.
It's a good plug there, Paul. We're working as you know, on a very tight budget here, so anything we can get Dan would be excellent.
Tom Brewster with his first here in the fourth end. Little out-turn tap.
Whoa. Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Hard. Whoa. Where'd it come?
Look at this. Great draw by Tommy.
Yeah, really nice touch shown there by Tom, getting through that hole with the
A
outer.
chap and lie.
That used to be one of your special shots back in 1995, as I recall, Paul. You were probably one of the best chappers and liars in southwestern Ontario.
It was the one way I felt that my draw weight could actually help in the game. Otherwise, it was through.
Yeah, we always tried to have you throw draws that were somewhere where there's some backing
Close
around.
enough
And
that if you hit it there,
again, you
does
got to
it
play to
drag
your
this one a
strengths, and
little
you were
bit?
excellent at it.
Yep, back line. Okay, Robbie lining up the angles
Well,
here.
which way do you want to hit it?
Al
if you hit it
Ibern
there,
already
are you
with
dragging
a
this one
bunch
that
of big
way?
hits in this game.
You want to hit it there, don't you? This drags, and then that one comes here. I think, doesn't it? I think so. They're close enough together that this one and that one are both going that way, I think. And if you could roll your shooter, I'm only talking a little bit. I only want to get my shooter there. That's where we need the shot, right? Hair low. You think?
Interesting conversation here. They're actually disagreeing a little bit on where
What's
they
that?
feel they have to hit this stone. I'd like to be able to tell you where they have to hit it, but I have no idea.
I don't think that's a second red rock there, so the one on the sort of full 8 foot, I don't think it's going to go into that yellow too hard. It definitely will
Get all
move.
three
But
of them, okay?
Yeah, I'm glad
you
you
wanna
said
try
that. I
and
didn't
hit it
want to
on
say
nose and
anything
leave
because
these dead
now
lined
only
up?
you can be proven wrong, and I just stay in
Might
silence.
set up
Yeah.
a triple either way.
It's not the advice I necessarily listen to often, but
You're losing
say,
a lot of momentum to do that.
sometimes if you're dumb, just to stay quiet instead of talk and prove it.
What kind of weight are you thinking? Firm
Devlin
weight?
and Jill have now switched
Is
over
that-
to the
that's
live
good enough
feed.
there,
Welcome
Jimmy?
to the broadcast.
Good, eh?
super second Jill officer.
Looks like they might have overdosed on the bourbon a little bit. Good for them. Jill, if you can text in and let us know how easy it was to
If we
take
line
down
it
Wang
up,
today.
it's
We've been
actually
trying to
not
get
that
some
bad
feedback
either,
from your
so
team.
Keep the shooter in play. That's important. Okay. Well, yeah.
Definitely Wang,
To
one
get
of
the
the
action.
favorites, I would say, in the ladies. Former world champion out of China. I believe she's heading to Sochi as the rep. If she's not, no one will be able to tell us any difference, so we're going to go with that.
Jerry, can you find out for us? There is a last chance. What's a lot of Canadian fans don't know, there is a last chance qualifier in Fussen, Germany in December for the last 2 spots.
Yeah, I'm actually playing in that.
So yeah, Betty Wang does have to play in that last chance qualifier in Fussen, kind of like our pre-trials do to get into the trials. Big shot here for Alan Liburn, exactly where they wanted to hit it. And of course, I am wrong. It nutted it perfect.
Yeah, I knew that it was going to
Alan
kill it.
Liburn with the second shot of the game. Great discussion there by Rob Fowler.
Got to give Rob credit there. He knew exactly where to hit that stone. He did feel they had to cross the face a little bit.
You know, they have said the rocks here are very lively, and that has to do a lot with the striking band. So great read on Robbie there. And again, one of those key situations, it did feel like they're taking a long time to discuss it, but Rob acknowledging the fact it's a key spot in the end, but also the game. If he can score 2 here, or even 3,
Come and have a look.
a great opportunity to get a big jump on Team Murdoch.
Really impressed with the game Rob's called out here tonight. They got in a lot of trouble early, and he made a great intern slash to blank the first end, keep momentum for his team, and a couple big shots by Allen have helped put them in some great situations, and it's been going well for Team Fowler tonight, up one with the hammer. Opportunity to score multiple points here.
Follow through here. Like you're probably not getting it out, but like 2/3 are normal. You know, you're checking and sitting here.
Pretty good.
I'd like to give another shout out to our bartender Penny.
But then there is
Great lady,
probably
sweet
a
lady.
pair of pants
It's been
trouble.
keeping us just properly lubricated for the broadcast. Don't want to get dehydrated when you're doing these things.
There's you 2/3. You're just coming on. Clink the back of that. You're coming in here. It's an intern, mate. Intern, just normal.
What are we looking at here, Paul?
What they want to do is try to get rid of 2 of the red ones, so they're just trying to figure out how to attack these. So they're going to call for intern heat from Tom Brewster and just try to come off the backside of that one that's fully buried on our left side of the screen.
Now, in our earlier
Tough
broadcasts, we've seen this area can run straight, and it sounds stupid, but that yellow guard could be in play. I know Tom just squeaked one earlier. Pierce he actually wrecked on one.
Yeah, 100%. And we wouldn't say that too many times, but we have seen those long guards come into play in the high side. Looking for the double takeout here. Tom Brewster with his last rock in the 4th end. He's going to get one of them. Wants to curl a bit to get the backside.
Sit.
It's a great shot.
That's pretty successful.
Good talk.
Yeah, really good shot there. Still a very good chance for Fowler here to score 2, if not 3.
6.
But
Good. That's all right.
see if we can get some nice draw weight out of Allen here. He's made a bunch of big weight shots here. See if he can tone it down and show a soft touch from the big guy. Please don't tell him I referred to him as big guy.
And a teddy bear.
He is a teddy bear.
So 2-1 game here. Fowler with a great opportunity to score another 2 points. Alan Liburn, all-star of the game so far, looking for his first key draw.
Line's good.
Little narrow there and fed that one back like a veteran to the broom.
Line's good. Need a 6.
Boys are sweeping this right out of his hand. Want to get this
Yeah,
close to the
might as well
tee line.
go. Get it, go.
Derek Samagoski
Get it right
opting
the
out
way.
of this one.
That's fine.
Okay.
Just again, I think that was Allen's first draw. Coming up but quite short on that one. Key mistake here, leaving that center guard for Murdoch.
Yeah, typically when you're drawing around there, you probably don't want to be 15 feet short. But like you say, it's his first draw of the game, and they just pulled the string on it. They didn't seem that worried about it out of his hand, but he was clearly short.
Some spots are tricky, yeah.
Going with the Linda Moore excuse there, like a little quote-unquote tricky.
Yeah.
Hey, 053.
You know who we'd like to hear from,
I think
Paul?
all the
Very
same,
disappointed we haven't heard any shout-outs from O2 Ginger. One of my favorite people in the world, Dawn, now McEwen. I will continue to refer to her as Asking or Mick Askin. Dawn, very active in the ladies event in Winnipeg, 2-0. I believe they have the night off. Otherwise, Jill's just getting crushed with her husband at home, skipping out on tonight's action.
Line's good. Whoa.
Outturn draw here with David Murdoch's first rock at this fourth end. Fowler with hammer. Great opportunity to set up the steal here for David. Trying to just squeak by that top one. They do. And now they just want to lie full four if they can. They don't want to freeze that one. Okay, there it is. It's a little deep, but shot rock forces Fowler to follow them in. There's an opportunity for Rob here to make the same shot as David just did. They would love that about 1.5 feet higher, just biting the top button. But main point is they are shot here. Took away really great opportunity for Fowler to score 2 points after a miss by Alan Leiber on his last one. So Fowler trying to clean this up and at least secure a score of 1.
Yeah, I'm sorry to inform Alan we're going to have to revoke his MVP. That draw put his team in some trouble here. He's still up for the award, but we're not going to outright give it to him anymore.
Because he totally had it before.
He was way ahead, absolutely way ahead.
I don't know, there is a nice swing there, like Derek is just swinging a huge. And
He kind of steals him, doesn't
he does get it.
He's started.
Line's
First
good.
skip rock here for Rob Fowler. Looking to follow fellow skip David Murdoch
Line's
into
good.
the rings. Full freeze
Whoa,
on
you
the
got
button
room.
would
Whoa,
pretty much secure a single point for him this end.
Whoa.
Brendan Taylor motioning that it's up. Last thing you want to do here is chap and lie off this one and give Murdoch the same shot.
Yeah, this is not going to be good.
Same draw, Tom.
I believe if Murdoch can execute the exact same shot he just did on his first, there will be virtually no way for Fowler to score.
Yeah. Okay. No, just like an inch and a bit. Tom.
Just that much heavy for Rob Fowler, taking the sweepers out of it.
Corner guard in. If you're running that corner in.
Rob already lining up his option. Probably the top
Right,
the top
locked
red
on,
rock
yeah,
on the
locked
right
on
hand
it.
side of your
I thought
screen
I-
there.
I
He's
thought
looking
you
at
could get away
what
with
he
that.
can
I
run
thought
in from
we would
that
just
one.
dive in there, but just a pound heavy.
We're taking it here more.
If Murdoch can get enough curl on this rock and lock his in there, they'll need anything short of dynamite to get it out of there.
'13 World Bronze Medalist David Murdoch with his last shot here in the fourth end. Same shot as he just threw, just trying to get it right to the button. They swept his last one a lot, so we'll try to do that same thing here and get a full curl out of this. Needs to finish into that pocket that's in the house.
Right on it, guys!
Don't want to tap it too much. This is looking really, really good.
Problem with tapping that now brings that intern slash into play, and we've already seen Rob make this shot once.
Again, a great example of what we've seen here with the ice. If you are that
Yes,
much
the risk
heavy
would
with
be
your
if
own
you
draw
did
weight,
that.
you won't get that last 8 to 10 inches of finish, and both Fowler and Murdoch saw that with the last two draws.
Very high risk shot here, as Rob just pointed out. If he was just to just barely miss this, he can actually
It's there for 2.
Drilled a yellow onto his 2 reds, and if he was to lose his red out the back door, he
Even
might
if
drop
you
a
take it
steal
off
of
the
3.
6
That'd
and roll in
be
there for 1,
sort of
eh?
1 in 30, I would say. I don't even know where I came up with that number. For those of you who are active following the broadcast, you know I tend just to make stuff up. Far more interesting than the truth sometimes.
Half is pretty close, eh? Should finish a little bit in this spot, eh? Half rock.
Half rack run back here. Rob Fowler with his last stone in the 4th end. Chance to clean up a little bit of a mess for his team. Potential to score 2 here, Rob thinks. Depending on how the angles work out, he'd be happy with 1. But if the Yellowstones fly the right direction, you may see 2 red rocks lying in the 4-foot. In-turn run back. We already saw this from Rob in the 1st end. Alan Lyburn hard on the call right out of his hand. Need to get a half rock to... What a shot by Robbie. Gets a single point there.
A little bit of a plan B there. He ricocheted off of the other stone, but Rob, being the experienced player he is, knew that was always going to be an option. That's a big, big control point there to go up 2 as opposed to having a tie game.
I forgot.
So after the 4 ends here, let's try to update some scores. Just testing Dan out here. Saw him raising his arms, trying to relax. We can't have Dan relaxing here in the booth. Already fell asleep in the 1 broadcast.
Yeah, I think he was crushed.
Okay, we'll go over to sheet 1 and see how we're doing.
Okay, boys. Good end.
So Schlender still with a big lead over the young Eriksson from Sweden. That's a Seaside game, I believe. Bolesky and Aden, tied in the other B qualifier.
You just wiggled mine a little bit, gave me a chance.
I know, eh?
China, Norway.
Right in, and then
Again, identical scoreboard. Our game. Korea versus Kui, all tied up. Interesting game there. And holy. And Clark versus Korea, a couple of back-to-back 3-enders. Nothing like taking a 3 and giving it right back.
Trading a couple field goals.
So some battles out there. Jerry Gertz in the background reminding us to plug our local sponsors.
come on, guys, let's go.
Platinum sponsor here at the Cactus Pheasant Classic Heritage Inn Hotel and Convention Center. Gold sponsors, longtime sponsor of the event, Cactus Communications, the City of Brooks, and Brooks Home Furnishings. We'll give you the long list of silver sponsors here. I love trying to do this because these events won't happen without the local sponsorship. Local ATB, Aztec Security, Badger Daylighting, BRK Rentals, Cactus AVU, Evergreen Implements, Latigo Trucking, Logan Industries, North End Liquor,
Mine's good.
Orion LLP, Q105.7, Rosno Trucking, Smith Trucking, Tim Hortons, and the local UFA. So again, thanks to all those local businesses for supporting this event.
Good, Mike.
Good job there, Paul. I mean, can't get this event done without the sponsors. Love to give them a plug, but I haven't been introduced to any of them as of yet. That's probably by design.
Clean. Clean.
For the kids.
Okay.
Guard. Paul just recovered there. He just had a little hiccup. No big
To the
deal.
broom.
Good start to the end here for Fowler. 2 good shots there by Leadstone Derek. I think it's the new socks helping him out.
I haven't seen a ton of pressure from Murdoch's team yet, and when they do, Robbie seems to come to the aid. This game really has been Some key shots by Fowler's team, but also some of the just little misses in the middle of the order for both squads with draw weight, it seems.
Yeah, any trouble Fowler team's been in, they've been able to be bailed out by former MVP Alan Lyburn, and Rob himself has made 2 great intern slashes.
Outturn hit and roll here for Michael Goodfellow, just overthrown. That's
a big mistake right there.
Huge mistake there from Michael. You want to keep...
he got lucky. It did the respin. We spoke too soon there, Paul.
Yeah,
I'm going to blame that one on you, I think. But.
Okay, my fault. We did talk about the frost there on the far side. And so that's an acceptable miss.
Yeah,
Robbie.
Really key there that he stayed in the rings.
Otherwise, Rob would just be up there ripping this corner. It would have been a pretty open end. So
I'm surprised, actually. What do you think, Paul, about maybe playing the peel into that rock right now? You get rid of the guard, and is there any harm in trying a shot like that?
I don't think so, but what it does, it gives them early chance to split the rings. They can even ignore that top red one and just go wide side. And they might hit and roll in that one and go, early junior deuce on you.
I don't know if I would have wanted to stay there because you know that Murdoch's going to draw around this, and now you've sort of set up 2 rocks that when you go up to peel that guard, you've got to avoid both stones, and you've blocked the intern and the outturn peel. I think I would have tried to roll out.
No, 100%. I think Rob would agree with you. His initial call looked like just a pick of that rock and roll out to the boards, but just a little bit of an overcurl there, I think. Chance to set up 2 points here. In-turn come around for Scott Andrews.
We're real good.
Line looks great.
2014 Olympian Scott Andrews off to the Olympics with Great Britain.
I think he threw a 3.764273 for those at home following draw weight. Like we said, they're going up to throw the peel here. A little more room to make it with the intern by the looks
Derek,
of it.
you got it?
It's not easy to stop with these, is it?
Great shot there by Brendan Taylor, just getting rid of that. David Murdoch to replace that rock. Second Scott Andrews with his second shot of this 5th end. Again, Murdoch with yellow, Fowler with red rocks.
Line's real good. Whoa, whoa, whoa. No, Tom only, guys. It's got a lot of curling to do. Whoa, 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 whoa. Whoa.
Like this a little bit higher, and I don't want to set up the run here. And hear the frustration in David's voice.
Yeah, that came in obviously too deep.
Just out!
Again, this red rock just biting the edge of the 12-foot on the wing could come into play on a shot like this if
You
they
guys
were
like
to
that?
run both guards on the high side. Or both shots.
Peel.
Peel.
Click off his own one and not fire it in.
Alan Lyburn looking for the bonus rock in. He can almost get the double and the roll on top.
If he makes that, we will re-award him MVP status.
Whoa! Yeah! Okay.
Pretty good throw, but leaves them not in the best of situations now. That yellow rock stayed for second shot. There is a guard. And very good situation here for Murdoch to capitalize and scores 2 points and tie up this game.
Yeah, absolutely. Pretty innocent, slight miss, but really changes the outlook of the game. Tom Brewster with a crucial hit and roll here for Team Murdoch, trying to set up a 2-point score here to get back in this game. Want to fully bury behind this guard.
Set. Good throw, Tom.
Probably just overcurl the hair, but they do lie too. Rock appears to be partially undercover, or at least no opportunity for a double. updating Winnipeg and our favorite girl, Laura Crocker. Rebounded in the B side with a victory over Jill Thurston, so she sits at 1-1. Shout out to the Hawks there. Paul doing me one up by going to the updated score with photos.
Yep! Hard!
See if Alan Lyburn can get this rock. Robbie giving us indications pretty tight.
Hard! Whoa! Brendan!
Wow.
Good.
Good throw there. If anything, they just need a hair more curl. It looks like they knows that where they had the roll. Those are very tough to call.
Wanting a little bit of roll because it does give Murdoch that opportunity that he's showing us here just to hit and flop over the side and using that other one for backing.
Again, that red rock coming into
And
play.
it just straightened right up from the bench in, eh? Just straightened right up, yeah. Yeah.
So Tom Brewster with his last shot here.
We did get a text from our favorite lady, at O2 Ginger. Just heading home to watch the broadcast. She wants to know if we're showing Team McEwen. As you know, Don, your husband is qualified through the A side. So just let Paul call the shot here.
Cha-ching. Trying to get the hit and flop to our left-hand side of the screen if we can. Nose hit, not the end of the world for Team Murdoch. Sitting 2 right now with only 4 rocks remaining.
So Mike, last we saw Mike, he was off to Patricia's to feed himself full of wang steak. But he was in. We didn't get a chance to show his game, but he did come in and help us out on the afternoon broadcast. So if you want to check out our Cooey versus Ulsrud, I believe it was about the 4th end when Mike was in here. We asked him some very interesting questions about married life, curling life, your golf game. So if you want to tune into that, it was a fairly entertaining interview. Congratulations on your 2 wins today, Don.
Rob Fowler with a key shot in this game now, trying to outturn, hit and roll behind that guard. Make it tough for Dave Murdoch to score 2, but right now Murdoch's got a great situation not to make guards in play, and he is sitting 2.
Whoa!
Scottish boys are thinking this is a little bit heavy. Got the nose hit, but did not get the roll.
That's so straight there.
Just like a half check here.
Don't even need a buddy.
No, not buried.
Just a little wide, eh?
Murdoch showing us the option he'd like. Just slightly half buried, a little bit of roll to the inside of this red rock.
You almost go right in on the edge with Funker right there.
David Murdoch, his first shot here in the 5th end. We know the spot's straight. Don't want to jump it out of his hand. Nose hits fine. Inside roll would be great.
Looks like they're going to get the nose here.
Nice weight.
Now, do you think that was nice weight, great throw, or is that nice weight, you threw nice weight?
I think it was a combination of both. I think it's one of those words that can be used in multiple situations.
Rock, right? Do you want to bring the ice right in and go nice weight?
About 6 feet in running.
It's not going to curl, right?
Robbie might
So
throw
do you
nice
wanna
weight here
go there
too.
then?
Call him the nice weight after, just before he throws it.
Hit it
It's
like
a positive thinking that we like to
three-quarters.
see with our top players.
Here, man,
I don't think it makes
the
it.
roll harder
Well, a little bit.
because that's there.
Yeah.
I was clutching.
So Rob,
Yes.
again, just showing the education of this path.
You was struggling to
Not
get
wanting to just nose hit and give an easy chance at 2. Wants to go for the roll
There you go
for
with
sure. If he
nice weight,
over
guys.
curls, great, but wants to give
Roll
every
for shot.
opportunity to make that perfect shot here behind that guard.
Yeah, you're right. No risk here. I mean, if he just flat out noses his rock, he's giving up 2 for her, sure. So we might as well take on the gamble, try to force.
Certainly heavier.
No indication yet that he's been able to do that.
And the boys are almost backing off this one. They know they got to get inside, and once they nose hit this one, which they are going to do. Free draw for 2 for David Murdoch.
Yeah, not quite as wide. Here,
Pretty
tighter, okay.
low risk end here for Team Murdoch. Paid off with a 2-point score.
Just set it a bit again.
Assuming he makes this next shot.
Yeah, okay. It's quick, eh?
Last shot here in the 5th end. Again, 3-1 currently for Rob Fowler, but David Murdoch drawing into the rings here to tie it up. So we have a 3-3 game going into the 6th end.
A little quiet on the Team Martin front tonight. We haven't heard from Benny or Mark.
You never know. They may be at Patricia's too. Haven't got the morning off tomorrow. I think their first game is at 11:30 or noon. And they will be the feature game at the noon broadcast. Pete Stetsky will be joining you. I will be signing off after this broadcast and heading back to Calgary.
We're thinking of featuring a draw tomorrow where I use 2 different voices, ask questions to myself. Would like to get your feedback on that, viewers.
Want to try that out right now?
I don't think I want to try it at this current stage of
I think the current
inebriation.
stage would actually be perfect.
Not sure what accent I'm going to go with as of yet. Very fluid in Norwegian and Swedish.
Depends on what you
I don't know
want
what's
to
going
say.
on here with Dan. Little break in the action here. Dan stretching it out.
Gave Pete an opportunity there to use his 2 voices. He's opting out of the 2-voice.
Yeah, I'm not really sure which way I'm going to go with that yet. Paul, why don't we check out the score in your wife's game? It's just 1 notch up there on the internet.
Crystal Webster having a 1-0 lead over Janet Harvey going into 3rd end.
Ladies World Champion Eve Muirhead taking on former Canadian champion Amber Holland. Currently trailing 4-0 as Amber jumped out with a 2 in the first and a steal of 2 in the second. So Evie trails by 4. Team Russia, Anna Sidorova featuring Russian Kate up 1-0.
Jeez, that chewed.
Ben Hebert chiming in.
Yeah, we get a little feedback from Ben listening to you 2 clowns. Which one is Joan and who is Mike? Well, that's fairly obvious, right, Joan? Don't you agree, Joan?
That's Pete talking to himself. He's looking for a second voice right now.
You don't go to Patricia's when you're in the C semi. It's probably true. First time ever, Team Martin did not qualify A-side here, so if anyone's down at Patricia's tonight, Benny's got a 16-ounce bone-on ribeye. He's not going to take advantage of eating. Feel free to cook it up.
Ben Hebert and Mark Kennedy, part of Team Martin, slipped down on the seaside quicker than most would have thought here, but battled it out, had won their first C game against Brent Pierce, and have a long road ahead of them tomorrow.
Might not be that long a road. I mean, they don't pick up their play. It could just be 5 or 6 ends.
So we mentioned they're going to be our key game. Kevin Martin against the winner of Brady Clark or Kim out of Korea. So again, 11:30 Saturday morning Mountain Standard Time.
Tell you what, if I was lined up to play one of those 2 teams, I'd be out getting licked up tonight, I got to tell you.
Okay, here we go. Great start by the Leeds in this game. Derek Samagoski with his second. First Yellow Rock of Team Murdoch, just slightly deeper than they would have liked it, so they're calling him for the freeze on this one.
Line's good. Line's good.
And he's just letting us know he's going to be in the patch tonight, but they're currently watching the Eskimos game. For those of you who don't know, Ben was a great football player, played university football and actually turned down a spot to be the backup quarterback on the Eskimos in order to take lead stones for Kevin Martin. I don't think he regrets that decision, turning that into 2 Brier championships, a gold medal, and sporting his jock with a C in the edition of our 2014 men's curling calendar.
Martin got to win 2 games tomorrow, which isn't the longest road, Ben. But then the quarterfinals here in Brooks are actually run on Saturday night. So they would have 11:30 game, a 3:30 p.m. game, and a 7 p.m. game, back to back to back. And I know that's their plan.
Yeah, talking to those guys, they're loud. They're just happy to qualify, though. They're not looking to win Bonspiels of this caliber. So they could pick up some quarterfinal money, spread it out 4 ways. I'm sure they'll be happy.
Over and up. Over and up.
Scott Andrew with his first here, just throwing a high center guard. David Murdoch pretty happy with the look in the house.
Whoa.
Fowler with hammer here in Red Rocks in the 6th end.
Like the outturn.
Not sure if Mark is aware, if Mark's listening in tonight, that we got a major shout out from his wife on Twitter today. Probably one of the funnier tweets that we have had since we've been doing our broadcast this season.
Top 3 for sure.
Good luck if I'm going to find it. Paul, you carry the broadcast for a while here. I'll see if I can check this out.
Yeah, I'm used to it, Pete. So Davey Murdoch calling for the center guard again. Just going to play this game for a bit. Rob Fowler will love the double peel there. Just got the single.
Here we go, Mark, from your lovely wife, Nicole. At XL Purple Sweater, what? Trying to sneak in their meat with Patricia. I mean, in Patricia. Hashtag C Battle. Great tweet. One of our best. Got a shout out from your man there at Glencoe Bowling again, Paul.
Said I.
I don't even know what he's talking about there. Might have to look into replacing him.
Yeah, well, he mentioned, it was a night of scotch and curling, so I think the latter took precedence tonight.
Yeah, I think
for
he's
John.
Overdone it.
Yep.
Something I frown upon.
Right.
So good guard there. It slid a little bit deep. Option for the double peel. Brendan Taylor for Team Fowler.
No, we're not playing it.
Got a little tight on this one, trying to maintain the line. Just missing the double peel.
Yeah, pretty crucial miss there. You have a very good opportunity to make the double peel, just over curled. We have another tweet here, Paul, from Stephen Robert. He wants to know from me, what is the number I should call to rent an oil field? Got to tell you, Stephen, I've been known to do a lot of drilling in Calgary, but I've never really been on an oil field.
Again, easy call for Murdoch. Just going to put that high center guard up one more time with Tom Brewster's rock. Murdoch sitting shot
Line's real tight.
with a single
Line's tight.
center
Line's
guard
tight.
already up there.
Line's tight.
Maybe I can pass you on Terry Meek's number. He's very big in the oil fields out here, that's for sure. Hopefully Terry's listening, although I heard he's off to Vegas this weekend. Husband, basically, of Cheryl Bernard. Might be on hand in KW to cheer her on. Shout out to Terry. Shout out to Cheryl. I think Cheryl taking the weekend off this weekend, or is she out in Winnipeg?
No, they have the weekend off, hitting the ice. They've got some ice for the Glencoe Club. Got a exhibition game against Taryn Hamilton, one of the top young up and coming teams in Calgary. So they're playing a little battle at the Glencoe this weekend. And just taking the opportunity to get some time at home, but also time at the practice session, which a lot of these teams value and getting ready for big events.
Cheryl, if you're not too busy, since Paul's leaving tomorrow, maybe you can come in and help out with the broadcast. Be good to finally get some talent in this booth, myself included.
MVP.
Great shot.
There he is again, eh?
He is again.
I think we got to give it back to him
He's
now.
got the
Alan.
medal back on his shoulders. Alan Lyburn with the double raise, double
We got a biter,
takeout.
too.
Hanging on with the biter. It's another great shot by Lyburn, showing that he wants to beat his former home country very badly. Probably chucking something in the 90s here.
He's only thrown 11 stones tonight. He's removed 23 shots, 23 rocks. Unbelievable. Half of which were his own.
Yep.
Brewster with the outturn hit here.
All the way up, Scott. All the way up. Good sweep.
All the way up in Scottish means the same thing as it does in Canada.
Okay. Oh, you were never out there. Oh, no. No.
So what looked like a possible steal prior to Alan Liburn coming up is now turning into more than likely a blank end for Rob Fowler. Looking for the nose hit here. Pretty boring for Alan when he's used to removing 5 or 6 rocks with every play.
What we've seen so far, the key and what Rob has really done a good job managing is only having Alan throw 1 draw tonight. Guy can hit with anybody, but apparently has hands of a left-handed rhinoceros, a touch. Is my mic still on? Sorry. Thought we went to break there.
Again, Paul Webster with Pete Stesky here in the booth. I'll be doing the play-by-play for this draw. Pete with the off-color commentary. Send in your questions. We got numerous ones, or just suggestions, or if you just don't like Pete, let us know.
I understand.
At XL Purple Sweater or at curling_coach. Again, at XL Purple Sweater or at curling_coach, and we'll address your comments, questions, queries online. Great shot by David Murdoch, leading to the blank end here, just going through the paces.
Nice weight.
Good, man.
Need an update from the patch. If anyone's down there, let us know what the action's like. Last night we had former Canadian and possibly world. Was she Canadian or Diane Foster?
She was world champion.
World Senior Ladies Champion Diane Foster.
2008 World Senior Ladies Champion. I had an opportunity to coach Diane at that World Championship.
Let us know if you're going to be back, Diane. Be good to see you. It's been a long time.
Diane finding herself playing with none other than Kathy King this year.
Really?
Yeah. Little,
shout out to Kathy. Kathy helped fill in last year for Jennifer Jones when she was on maternity leave.
Apparently, Kathy won the World Championship last year, and then there's been a team change, so pairing up with the 2008 World Championship skip and a really good lineup.
Also give a shout out to a big friend of curling, Kathy's partner, Bruce Saville, longtime sponsor of curling, going back to the Eddie Wernick days. He's been involved with Team Martin for nearly 2 decades. The Saville Center, great training facility in Edmonton that I know Kevin Martin plays out of, as Carter Rycroft and Nolan Thiessen tend to throw rocks as well. Talked to Carter earlier this week. He says he's got a 19-game winning streak against Nolan in one-on-one.
And the other seats are
and they've only played 19 times overall.
So a fairly open end here after Alan Liburn's shot. Outturn nose hit for Davey Murdoch with his last. Leading to a blank end here. 3-3 tie here in this B qualifier. Winner goes on to the playoffs tomorrow night at 7.
Now, Paul, I didn't check the contract. Did we get paid extra for playoff games, or what are we doing with that?
Yeah, we'll talk to Lawrence Block, and I'm sure curlingzone.com will be paying something.
No, he won't bat an eye at it.
We're just happy to be here in beautiful, beautiful Brooks, Alberta, in one of the best, if not the best, event on tour. $70,000 purse, 7th annual Cactus Pheasant Classic.
Yeah, you know what? The rest of the curling world, they could definitely learn from this event. Very community-oriented event. Everyone's involved. Volunteers, sponsors. Lawrence does a great job. And if you're in the area, please come on down and support the Bonspiel and get to see some world-class curling. And then you also wouldn't have to listen to us at home.
Robbie Fowler.
You know, to be interested, Benny, if you're still listening, if you could maybe give us some feedback on what advantage you feel it gives Rob with his ability to slide the length of the ice on his peel shots. Any insight from a Olympic champion, that'd be excellent, Benny. So please text or tweet in your response. Do you feel it's unfair? He has the ability to slide end-to-end. It's in your hands.
Okay, off to the scoreboard updates. Schlender may have shaken against Eriksson. They haven't had any updates there, so we'll assume that Schlender won that one. Congratulations to Rob Schlender.
Cracker alert upstairs.
Nicholas Adine versus Bolesky, 2-point lead after 6 for Adine, which is a big end for him. Thomas Alsrud over Rue Louis in the other B qualifier, 1-point lead for Norway. Our game. Team Kui in a battle against Korea, so tied after 6, but Kui having hammer in 8th theoretically. And lastly, Kim and Clark, just a football game over there. 6-4 right now. Clark with the 2-point lead going into the 6th end. Looks like they're on Skip Rocks over there.
Sorry, I just zoned out during all that.
Okay, here we go. Starting off the 7th end is Michael Goodfellow for Team Great Britain at the 2014 Russian Olympics.
Okay. Easy, easy,
Paul,
guys.
now you're going to have
easy.
the opportunity to go to the Olympic Games in Russia. Are you looking forward to that experience?
Well, I mean,
How do I, Mike?
instantly the answer is yes. This will be my 3rd Olympics on the staff with the Canadian Olympic teams, and this time around I've been had the great opportunity to be going as a team leader with both the men's and women's teams. So I've been over to Sochi once in March, and been working hand in hand with our coaching staff, Elaine Dag-Jackson, Rick Lang, alongside also the Canadian Olympic Committee, who's doing a phenomenal job behind the scenes on our behalf. So this is one of those cool opportunities for curling where, not only are we part of a curling team, we got to go with the other team as well. So our women's team are part of that, but also we're part of the bigger Canadian Olympic team. And I know the curlers love to be involved. We're working a little bit with men's hockey to get some games. They're going to be the entire men's hockey team will be at our game on February 15th, actually against these boys. So our men's game against Great Britain on February 15th. And again, it's a really cool opportunity. Staying in the village the first time in Sochi. So we usually go in the village at the start, then move out. But we've, based on conditions there and access to accommodation stuff, we've opted to stay in the village the whole time. And facilities are really amazing. We're about 15 meters from the Black Sea. And about a 4 or 5 minute walk to the curling venue. So it should be a really cool opportunity.
Yeah, that's a great answer, Paul, but I was really just looking for a yes or no.
Yep.
Pete Stetsky, ladies and gentlemen, XL Purple Sweater on Twitter.
I do have a follow-up question, Paul.
Just when you think you like them.
I've got a follow-up question. I'm looking to go there myself. I'm having a little trouble with a restraining order. Was wondering if maybe you could help out in any way, shape, or form to have that removed, or possibly securing me some fake ID.
I wanted to be clear on air, on record, that the Canadian Olympic curling team will have no affiliation with Pete Stetsky, XL Purple Sweater in Sochi whatsoever.
Sticking to the Olympic theme, we have some feedback from Benny. He wants to let you know that you are probably the best grocery shopper and beer runner ever in Vancouver.
You do what you need to do, right? And that's what that team needed.
It did a good job there, obviously,
what a
with their gold medal.
Some phenomenal performance that they put on there. It was one for the ages.
Hope Benny doesn't mind. I'm going to read out his text for him. We asked for his feedback on Rob Fowler's sliding ability. He thought it was cool in juniors with a long slide. A little bit intimidating back then, kind of like a junior team that had matching jackets. As for now, not as intimidating, although he's in the B final. And we are kicking, but I believe he means licking our wounds in the C semis. No harm there, Ben. You guys are veterans. You'll battle through and find your way into the quarterfinals, I strongly believe. But if you don't, if you'd like to stick around and possibly do some commentary with me, that'd be excellent.
So interesting setup there. Derek Samagoski asking to come in. So Rob had a quick discussion with his team prior to this end. This is what they wanted. I don't think they were looking for this specific lineup per se, but a little bit curl, but still a pretty good rock setup. David Murdoch getting his 2 centers. now going to come in on top of those ones. So Murdoch liking the placement of the red rocks at this point.
Yeah, it's very interesting end developing here, which I've clearly been ignoring.
Whoa, 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 whoa. Yep. Whoa.
So again, one of those shots that will play a big part in this end.
Yep.
So if they can get to the nose here, but also split those red ones up a little bit, it'd be a great opportunity for Murdoch later on. Really good shot here by Scott Andrews.
Nice. Oh, lovely.
Looking for the double peel here. Trying to clean things up. Successful attempt here would possibly lead to potential of a blank end, which Fowler would love to bring the hammer home.
Brendan Taylor going to give us his best impression of Alan Liburn here. Trying to get action on every rock in the house if he can. Double peel.
Just a little too high. Good throw, though.
Brendan just being on the wrong side of the inch with these double peels tonight.
Yeah, it's my life in a nutshell right there.
Scott Andrews, Murdoch going to be asking for the in-turn freeze on this one. Same type of weight, different turn as his last one. Want to give a shout out to Greg Drummond in the stands for this game. Again, Team Great Britain running a 5-man team leading up to the Olympics. I think the only player that doesn't leave the lineup is David Murdoch. He'll be skipping and throwing last rocks in every game.
I'd like to get some feedback from Greg. Do you feel you'd be dominating this game if you were in the lineup? Feel free to just privately text us. We probably won't talk about it on the air, although we might.
Now, jinxing Scott Andrews based on that comment. This is drastically over curling here. Trying to make what they can with it, and that's a pretty good audible. They won't be very happy with that, though.
It's a pretty decent shot you'd see in a Tuesday night mix game.
That side, though, Rob's talked about that in-turn draw. That does curl a lot there, and we saw that even from the first end from Derek's one draw in the first end. So we got to be careful on that side, over curling, and a few have there. Brendan Taylor, another opportunity here for a double peel.
Oof. Okay. I think he threw it better than what the result ended up, but unfortunately it ended up pretty tragic, Paul.
Yeah, we'll get a look at the other angle here. So not only did he jam in the house, but he stuck his shooter, so leaving that center guard for Murdoch, as well as 2 frozen yellows. Not a great situation right now. If they can make this freeze, which eluded them last shot, Murdoch's going to be looking in a really good situation to steal.
We get another Twitter reply here, a retweet actually, from one Judy Hebert. It's Benny, I'm not sure if that's a relative of yours or not. If it is, let us know.
I believe that is Ben's mom.
Nice to hear from you, Mrs. Hebert. You've raised a fine young boy there. He's responsible for getting me to this event.
Mr. October Ben Hebert.
Very modest man. I know it took a lot for Benny to strip down to his jockstrap there, but he will do anything for charity, as will I, because I paid $20 to hang that up in my office.
Hashtag stuff.
Hashtag socks.
Mine's good.
Tommy Brewster with a crucial in-turn freeze attempt here for Team Murdoch. Trying to take the advantage of a missed opportunity by Brendan Taylor. No finish out here right now.
Come on, real hard, go Scott, go.
Great weight by Tom, but just must have got outside the broom there.
Yeah, that's, like you said, perfect weight, but the lack of curl there has really created an opportunity now for Fowler. He's given up on trying to clean up this end. He's going to go on the offense and try to score 2.
You might have seen him if those 2 yellow rocks weren't frozen on the top 8 foot. He might have called Allen for another quadruple takeout or something. But
I'm surprised he just doesn't get Allen to remove all the stones here. Okay, Allen, this is your shot here to prove that guy wrong who said you had the touch of a left-handed rhinoceros. We'll have to look up, go back into the files here, see who that was.
Pete Stesky.
On Twitter, it says it was Gertzen.
Yep. Whoa.
Great looking shot here from Alan Liburn, looking for the perfect freeze if he can. Really good angles there on the red.
Proving Jerry wrong again. Great touch there, Alan. Excellent shot. We knew you had it in you.
Haven't heard from this guy at all tonight, but Wayne Murdoch with the tweet I think everyone should hear. I've only played in 2 major curling events this year and played in the final of both. I think that makes me the best third in the world.
Wow. I think someone stole Wayne's
I
phone.
think they did too. Wayne Murdoch, world champion.
That's actually from fake Wayne Murdoch.
Was it?
Let's get that
It
straight.
totally was.
That was from fake Wayne Murdoch. Get that clear. And the reason I know that is for those of you who don't know, Wayne's my dad, and I can tell you he's out getting blasted tonight at a stag. So he probably has lost the ability to type or spell because he can't do that at the best of times. So shout out to fake Wayne Murdoch there. Retweeted retweeted by one Brent Lang, picking on his third stone there. Hear people laughing out in the gallery there at my speaking.
In-turn freeze tap attempt here for Tom Brewster. Way better line than his last one. They want to drag this in right to the top.
Very nice shot there. Very nice.
Great shot by Tom.
Tom's had a good game tonight as well.
Good, Tom.
Your guy, Paul, Glencoe Bowling, he keeps trying to get in there. He's talking about roll of dimes. We're just we're going to have to block him.
Blocked. So I'll start the game. Alan Liburn up to bat here, trying to figure out what's going to happen.
We could just guard it.
Really good shot by Tom Brewster. It looks like the Fowler's just lying 1, but they may be lying 2.
We're 2.
Robbie, there you go.
Yeah, we should probably just listen in.
Try and get one into here.
I agree with you, Paul. I thought there
Well,
was
you
just one.
could. Well, I think this one might go there. I wondered we could try that too. Well, you could. Well, just make room in the 4-foot. That's all.
Do you feel if Alan, with his ability to throw the big weight, is there any way he could just throw a rock and remove every stone and play?
So you'd rather leave it?
If it's Alan Liburn, yes.
Yeah. Guys, Brendan.
Doing okay.
Looks like they're calling the first time out. Take this time to thank our local sponsor in the booth, Budweiser.
So do you want to go
King of
there
Beers.
then? Freeze right in, and then we got a control rock?
We also want to take a shout out to Heritage Inn Hotel and Convention Center. Other sponsor for this event, Cactus Communications, Brooks Home Furnishings, and of course the City of Brooks.
Congratulations to the City of Brooks, running one of the greatest bond spiels in the world today, as evidenced by the great field we have here this year and every year. I'd like to get an update from you, Mike McEwen, on how the Wang's tasting
If
tonight.
you play that and don't make contact, then they're going to be sitting 5 in front of the 4 in front of the tee line.
Steak, Wang steak. I mean, that was obvious, wasn't it?
I know. Aye. Yeah.
Be interested to see if he has it with sauce or just salt and pepper.
Yeah. I know.
Paul Webster here with Pete Stetsky in the booth.
We've got 2 left.
The 7th annual Cactus Pheasant Classic here in Brooks, Alberta. This is a B qualifier that you're watching. Winner goes on to the playoffs tomorrow night. Currently have 3 qualifiers. Michelle for the Switzerland, Steve Laycock,
Then he can run it in.
and
You'd have
Mike
to go
McEwen.
around to the-
B
either go
qualifiers
around to
going
the
on the
4
ice
or
right
around
now.
to the 6.
This being one of
Or
them,
you
so
could
3 B
drift the swing straight
qualifiers, and then
back
2
and-
teams will come out of the C tomorrow. We've got a dead battery on the ice.
Either that or another really unfortunate timing on a bathroom break. We'll just take a little bit of a break here. Maybe update some of the Winnipeg scores there.
Yeah, let's do
see
that.
What's going on in Winnipeg?
So the challenge, that's
an event that
guess
doesn't
you
really
know,
matter.
the Manitoba Liquor and Lotteries Women's Classic happening in Winnipeg.
Again, 3 of my favorite things: women, liquor, and lotteries.
Yeah.
Renee Sonnenberg, Grand Prairie, Alberta, knocking off right now
Well, to
Brianne
try and
Meekin
protect this one.
6-2 lead. Anna Sidorova featuring Russian Kate up 3-1 on Barb Spencer.
That's not bad.
Paul's lovely better half. Krista Webster just cracked a 3-ender in the
those
fourth
ones
end to
out.
take a 4-3 lead over Janet Harvey.
Well,
Amber Holland,
protects
former
this one.
Canadian champion, taking on defending world champion Eve Muirhead. Forced Eve to 1. She's up 4-1 with the hammer in control of that game. Colleen Kilgallen trailing Swiss representative for the Olympic Games, Miriam Ott. Miriam's having a great year this year. She's up 4-1.
And then he plays the tap
And
and
in the
shakes
final
off. Then
game,
we'll have a double
two
to
teams I've never heard of.
send
One's beating the other by 2-1.
He's going to play an intern freeze, but it gives us, it protects our 5-rock. If you throw it just past the tee line, it basically secures the 5-rock.
Team Fowler recognizing the
If we do what Derek's
importance,
saying, we're
the
probably
seriousness of the
guaranteed to score.
situation, taking a 5-minute timeout here.
Well, I'm just saying, no, guys, if we go
Might be
here,
time to get an official to go out there and tell them to throw a stone.
If any officials in the house,
we not score?
please go out.
It's weird. You got that tour site up there. It sort of looks like Carmen Schaefer staring at me right now. Find it a little creepy.
Set up the shot on the right side here.
If you're watching on YouTube right now or through the curlingzone.com site, find that little thumbs up symbol on your
I like
screen
it.
and
Not right there.
press it,
It's
please.
Great.
It does help out the website, generating advertising
you like?
income for Jerry Gertz and curlingzone.com. It's the reason you can get this for free at home.
Intern.
You can't get high-paid commentators like Pete Setsky to fly in from Ontario without help from advertising.
Feel a little bit like these guys in the Skins game, though, begging for votes. I mean, we shouldn't have to. It should be obvious that it's a thumbs up.
Just thumbs up. Again, no direct relation to how much you dislike Pete. We just want you to like the broadcast or the concept of the broadcast.
Expect to be like 2 games.
It's almost a Howard Stern situation. You know, the more they hate, the more they're going to watch anyway. Little funky slide there. Alan sort of spreading things out there like some wings. You know, you waited 5 minutes for that. I don't know if it was that important. Paul?
True. The key, you watch a lot of shots, actually, and I know Linda, we've talked about Linda Moore a few times, but Linda had a great talk one time about the correlation between the length of time to call a shot and the percent success you have in it, and that was one of those ones I think they just talked themselves out of what they wanted to make, and because Alan's been making every hit. He just take a little bit of momentum out of the game now. Huge opportunity here for Team Murdoch. Lying 3 in front of the tee line. Currently, Red Fowler is lying 2 points, but not in a great position here.
Now, the one disadvantage for Team Murdoch here is they haven't thrown a rock in 11 minutes. Do you feel the ice has changed at all for draw weight?
I don't think so. It could. You probably see them spend a little more time cleaning the path here.
Looks like they're going to call their own timeout here.
Team Scotland coached by Soren Gran, long-time Swedish curler.
Was Soren their coach last year at the Worlds who made the controversial somewhat of sitting Tom Brewster?
Correct.
That is correct, so we're not going to get into it too deeply because he's here today and he might punch me in the mouth.
Well, that's okay.
Soren Gran, formerly coaching Team Adine, went over to the Great Britain side and took that head coaching there.
3 stones, right? And you pop a tall.
Paya Lindholm is here with Team Adine, but I don't believe he is their head coach. He was saying he's filling in for their coach this week.
Do you think?
Not sure who that would be. I thought Paya was in charge of all the Swedish curling.
Move 3 rocks and move that to bounce. That's always sitting here. You'll leave yourself back in for your next. If
Great commentary there by Action Dan. He says listening in on this conversation is like watching train spotting.
Move that 1 inch. It makes
Dan, he actually wrote down his last name. We ripped it up because we didn't want to know it. He's just Dan.
The 1 would be gone.
Dan in the booth.
The 5 would become a cradle for ours, maybe, right?
So we got some insight to the head coach, the national coach of Team Adine, or I guess the team coach is Eva Lund.
Wow, that is solid. I would love
And
to have her coach me.
Pay would be the national coach or team leader for that team. So
How do you line up a coach like that? She is one fiery lady. Former world champion.
Olympic gold medalist.
She's done it all.
But hey, listen, you're hitting the whole game.
Should maybe get a calendar going with the coaches of curling.
Play the hard shot.
That wasn't an offer for you to pose, Paul. I strictly think of you as a commentator now.
Listen, at the end of the day, you're throwing it. You want to play the wee bump. So
The wee bump means just a little bump.
Yeah, like, I just
you're going to have to throw this way.
Pete, one of his strengths in the booth is his grasp of foreign languages. Davey Murdoch playing the intern wee bump.
Yeah, we just got a different review of Eva Loon, and I'm going to have to agree with the individual who sent it in. I think I misjudged her level of hotness.
Like, we're going to be here.
Thanks for that feedback to
Yeah, but that's
Mr.
okay, though,
Viewer.
If he wants to play that way
At
first,
Viewer.
that's there, then I tap.
At Curling Viewer.
At Curling Viewer.
So I think this is, I like this.
Rural Ontario, Curling Viewer.
So let's get back to this game where I think we're going to get to the shot.
I'd like to get back
Probably
to this
some
game if
of
these guys
the,
would call a shot.
Two of the longest calls here, but we're hoping he's going to throw something.
Same talk.
Just before they do throw, we have another great idea for the coaches' curling calendar to put in longtime Kevin Martin, Coach Jewel, sporting just a cigar.
Coach Oach, longtime coach of Team Martin, and one of the actually most successful curling coach in the history of our sport.
Absolutely. Very funny guy, dry sense of humor. I don't know if we need to see him naked.
3 Olympic Games and multiple World Championships for Team Martin. Big shot here for David Murdoch, not wanting to touch those top yellow ones. Got to come in behind here. Looking like he's got a beauty. And he does. Putting the exclamation mark on the slight miss there by
Great sweep, guys.
Alan Liburn.
Yeah, it's lined up very nicely right now for Yellowstones.
Good sweep. Jeez, that was going sideways at the back.
It's hard to tell whether that's Scotland talking or Alan.
right.
That goes sideways there. Mine absolutely fucking sideways.
Got a text in from David Nedwin asking me to see if Steska can go to the bar again so we have time to update the scores on the other games. So, you know what, David,
who are you looking for, David?
we'll see how good Dan is on the camera work, because we need to come quickly back to this game if we hear anything happen.
Far more important than what David wants is
So
the
we know
tweet from
Slender
Wendy
won.
Miller.
Slide over to the next sheet there. Slender's won. Go on, Dan. And Adine is taking a big jump, 3-point lead on Bolesky. That is a B qualifier. Norway tied with China. Past our game. 1 point lead for Cooey. Really tight game there with Kim. And the football game on sheet 6. 6-5. Oh, no, there's more there. 8-5 lead for Team Clark.
You happy with that, Dave? You good?
There we go. That's for
down the pipe to here.
third thrower now for Team Martin, David Nedwin, one of the all-time greats in our sport.
So do you just drill that
Dave
one
is a
in?
great player. Great opportunity for him and for Team Martin this year, hooking up for that Olympic trials.
It might, you know.
Little disappointed in your
might.
feedback, though, Dave.
You
I'm
only gotta
quite
get
hurt. I'm very
action to here.
emotional.
And is that one not there?
Picking up
He
my
said two
spirits,
behind
Wendy
the
Miller.
T-line.
There's nothing like at
He
XL Purple
freezes.
Sweater on a Friday night. Hashtag curling, hashtag so entertaining, hashtag low blows. I don't know anything about that.
I think Dave just recognized what you bring to the broadcast and wanted me to bring into the boring
Probably
side
not,
and just update some scores.
I hear what you're saying.
1, 3, 5, 7.
So what's going on here? Fowler looking to clean up a mess of yellow rocks in front of the T-line.
Absolutely.
So whack it that way.
Looking
Do we
to
get
whack
thin
it that
enough
way.
Doesn't hit this one. And then he's going to go tap, and I probably am facing
Some
two,
obscure jumping
maybe
going
three.
on the backboards there by David Murdoch. Not sure what's happening there.
Just trying to keep warm, I believe, in this
Well,
20-minute
30
timeout.
minute. I
Probably,
actually
and
might
then it
think we're on the
pushes- might
30th
push
minute
that
of
one back,
this
so might-
end. 7th end here in a 3-3 tie beat
Well, we could
qualifier
just
game.
try and
Fowler
pound it
with
and
hammer facing a
go around the world. This one
4
jams here.
pile
Could
of
be
yellow
maybe
rocks in front of the tee
second
line.
shot.
I think Robbie just needs to put
Get
2 feet in the
shooter out
hack
of
and
play,
chuck
just
this.
try and get everything opened
We
up.
apologize to our viewers at home for this delay.
It's no good if
There
I
are no
whip it
time
off the
clocks, no
7 down
timeouts, and
here.
they're taking advantage
Now
of
we're
both
down
of
to 1.
those.
He goes
Turns
top
out,
up,
Dave, we had
so
multiple minutes to update the scores. Are you looking for any? You need hockey scores?
Just then I got a draw
We have
with my
access to
outturns,
NHL
right?
scores here online. If
Let's just pound
if you
that.
need an update,
Go
let us
around the
know.
world. That one stays
The resume
there.
you have, David, if you'd like us just to change
So half
games, just
rock,
ask and we'll
want
slide
it a
over
little
to a different sheet.
Half, and then it's not going to have too much
Based on the
momentum
other
there,
games
right?
going on, I don't really think we have many other options.
Oh, we picked a great game, and just we
Yeah.
picked the slowest one in this end. Rob Fowler, gonna hit.
3-2 win for the Vancouver Canucks. Second straight win in overtime over St. Louis. Huge win tonight for Vancouver. A lot of
Try and
laughter
make some
going on
space
out
for
there.
an out-turn draw with my last one.
So we are gonna throw this. Wake up, Pete. Rob Fowler's first shot here. Skip rocks. He has hammer, but again, when you go back to the house, you see the mess that he is facing.
Here comes Larry Longslide.
So a better situation for Rob for sure, but leaving a little bit of probably a tap for Murdoch on that one on the button.
I forget what the situation was. It was so long ago, so I'm going to take your word for it on that.
So 2 rocks remaining in this 7th end. David Murdoch getting ready to throw an in-turn tap.
was
If
a
you just
back
joined
eight.
us, his last shot, I think it happened 12 minutes ago, was this same path. So in-turn tap back for David Murdoch, same shot. And then Robbie's going to have a tough shot in his last one.
Thanks.
I thought that was pretty. There, no?
Just try and move.
If you're looking at all the curling events and want to get some other feedback, check out worldcurl.com, site of the World Curling
It
Tour.
was going sideways.
We also want to make sure we plug head producer Jerry Gertz's website, curlingzone.com.
And as always, you're in charge of plugging Jerry, Paul.
So that's a lot, isn't it?
Yeah.
At least it won't hurt. Take over the commentary now. We get an intern draw coming down here. A little tap from David Murdoch. Feel free to jump in, Paul.
Last rock here and wanting to make sure they get to the nose here. They know this spot, so it should be a fairly routine shot for these boys.
Yeah!
Tap to the freeze and
Great shot.
phenomenal shot by Murdoch.
Very
Might be
nice
the
touch.
only thing he might have. Oh, he's looking for maybe give away a steal one.
Good.
He could just opt for the out-turn draw to the pin if he's feeling good about draw weight,
Going-
but
going through
Robbie's
there,
had a
is
lot
it?
of hits tonight.
I like that. Aye, it was heavy. It was a hair heavy.
That
What's the
one
easiest
goes
way
there.
for him to throw the hit here and just limit the damage to 1, do you think?
I think he just throws a double on that one he showed at the top there.
No. Aye. Well, if what get the out-turn draw, it's like I just wanted to get nutter, like,
Derek Semigoski down helping out with the strategy again.
I guess if I hit it. That one's never going to go anywhere.
3-3 tie here in the 7th end. Giving up one would not be the end of the world here for Fowler, but giving up a steal of 2 is something he'd like to avoid.
Go wait.
Why, definitely.
I mean, I guess even just pick the clean, right?
Right, he's definitely.
This one's never going anywhere, is it?
Really, what? It's not an easy field to give one.
We have been warned by Mr. Viewer.
Get it over the top.
Neto would actually throw this option out there. They might want to just call a friend.
But if I'm hitting it this
Well,
way.
they'd have to have one, right?
Phone a friend option, a popular option these days on talk shows. It would be a really cool option in curling these days when we don't have timeouts. So
know,
past that 2-minute mark, maybe there's a buzzer and you have to phone a friend.
Yeah, I agree. That's a good suggestion, Dave. I know Rob's dad, who's an accomplished curler, is in the house. Maybe he'd call his dad and see what's happening, or his mom, Lois. For Alan, he could always phone his crazy brother, Willie, who's probably just hammed it up in a bar right now.
I'll get this side.
Pick it out.
Wow. Another great question from the Twitter universe. We'll get to it after the shot here by Rob.
So in-turn pick here for Robbie, looking to give up a steal of 1. And there it is. Great knowledge of angles there for Rob Fowler. Got his team out a little bit of a mess and dodged a bullet, just giving up 1 point.
Hey guys.
Yeah, they're going to be one down coming home with the hammer. I know Jerry will be on top of this if he could get us the stats on what the percentages are for teams. Getting back to that tweet, excellent question here from Laura Crocker. For those of you who've been following this weekend broadcast, you'll know that we're very fond of Laura. She wants to know, in our expert opinion, what's longer? And when I read that, I thought, wow, are we getting in trouble here? But she actually said, this marathon end or Fowler slide. Hashtag Larry Long slide. What's your opinion on that, Paul?
It was never very good for
Well,
us.
it's pretty relative, but they're both. That was the longest end we've done all weekend. This is our 6th game here on curlingzone.com, and congratulations to Team Murdoch, Team Fowler on the longest end award.
It's hard to say what is longer. I mean, the end eventually came to an end, and I'd like to think that if rocks were not in play, Fowler would slide forever. So I'm going to go with Fowler slide.
That could be a competition on the Rideau Canal this year.
Yeah,
maybe.
we'll go with Larry. Larry long slide wins. Great question, Laura. Next time, feel free to send in a pick with your question.
So Michael Goodfellow lead for Team Murdoch opening up this 8th end. Murdoch with a 1 point lead. 4-3 going into the final end. Looking at this to be in the top 8 foot, top 4 foot.
Oh, man. Feel like that.
David Murdoch doing his own commentary with that shot, not liking the positioning. Want to keep that in the same spot, really, just on top of the house. So Robbie Fowler looking to score 1, would love 2 here. Using corner guard to start that strategy.
Clean it.
Derek Samagoski leads
Wade's
playing
good.
really well
Clean
this
it.
game. Out-turn corner guard. And then Michael Goodfellow will try to get this one ahead of the tee line and negate that miss with his first one.
Good.
David
He's good.
going for the tight center with this call. Again, we're here at the Cactus Pheasant Classic in Brooks, Alberta. $70,000 purse. 24 of the top men's teams across the world descend upon Brooks October every year. This is the 7th annual event, and they've made a name for themselves not only across Canada but across the world. Again, congratulations to the committee here in Brooks for running one of the top events on the World Curling Tour.
Yeah, phenomenal event. My first time out here. It's been a top-notch job from start to finish. Everyone I've met out here has been fantastic, even though I've been very mouthy.
So the hand went up from Team Murdoch, thinking it's out of the rings.
Looks out.
Robbie, if you wanted to, could measure that one. If we can get the overhead shot of that, Dan, right now, it'd be great.
Another
Yeah,
tweet
from here, it does look
Sorry,
out.
Paul.
No worries.
Have another tweet from Dawn McEwen. Few days left till Movember, supporting her husband's charity. And then I have to live with a mustache for a month. I'd like to know, Don, if it tickles.
Oh, my God.
Stay close. Yep.
They're married. I assume they make out.
Out-turn freeze to the back rings here, trying to use that
Yep.
miss by Michael
Line's
Goodfellow
good.
to their
Line
advantage.
goes.
Rob Fowler creating some magic here in the house. Brendan Taylor a few feet short on this one, but not a bad miss.
No, better than heavy, I would say, for sure. Can be a very interesting. These ends are always very interesting when a team is trying to score their 2 to win a game, and the other team has to make a choice, usually fairly early, as to whether they're going to prevent the deuce or go for the steal. We're getting updated with some stats here from our expert and CEO, Jerry Gertz.
Yeah, so in the last 2 seasons, the Murdoch team up 1 without, which is the situation they're in. They're 4-3. And Fowler down 1 with is 3-2. So this is a crapshoot here.
Still in the guard. Tom only. Yep, hard. Hard now, real hard. Go, 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 right to the end. Okay. Oh, man. All right. No worries.
You like bumper?
Really?
So Murdoch playing the yellow stones, Fowler with the red, Fowler with hammer here.
Dropped it, like, you know.
Brendan Taylor's first rock of this 8th end.
Whoa, then. Yep. Yep. Whoa, whoa. Yep. Hard. Hard. Whoa, 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 whoa.
They'd love to roll this behind the corner.
Good shot.
So Fowler sitting second and third. Murdoch sitting first rock, but behind the tee line. Fowler trying to generate 2 points here if he can.
Right? I also got. Yeah. I mean, we can't really chase this. He makes that.
Just an update for a viewer out there for the Kevin Cooey matchup. Currently with skip rocks to come in the 8th end, Cooey is up 1 without the hammer. Looking like it'd be a disaster if he was to give up a 2. In a very good situation to force or steal 1.
Dan, you think we could skip over there for one shot? That's to our right as we're looking now.
Tom only, Tom only. Whoa, whoa, let curl, let curl, let curl. Whoa, we're heavy. Whoa. Okay.
Could double them.
So as Robbie's deciding what shot to play
Either
here,
that
we're
or just
going
plunk it with hacks.
skip over to the sheep beside us. We got to use the angle camera here. So
Small little burp
Double
there
them.
out of
sorry about that. I'm not sure what color rocks they're playing here, but we'll notice this in a sec. Skip rocks coming. I'm not sure how many are left, Pete. Do you know?
Yeah, I believe this is Kevin's first. And he does not. He's throwing yellow stones, but he does not have the hammer. He's in a great situation here. Great job there by Action Dan catching that shot. Nice double takeout.
Action Dan.
Touch the guard,
Showing he does belong.
Touch the guard.
I always felt you did, Dan. I'm looking
Yeah,
to
just
sign
Brendan
a,
Taylor
long-term
just skinning that one and
contract.
getting the double at the back.
It touched the guard, I'm telling you.
Yeah, we'll see this one come into the house for Cooey and then go back to our game. I've just given this for the viewers at home. Trying to stay above T-line there for Kevin Cooey. Great shot. Back to our game. Second Brendan Taylor for Team Fowler, cleaning up a little bit of a mess. In-turn draw here again. Again, Murdoch's not minding the situation right now. Tom Brewster being called for the in-turn draw. Top forefoot, top button.
Line's good. Line's real good. Line's good, guys. Score only.
So they've seen this
Right
pass
here.
before. It looks
Right
like
here.
it is a quicker pass.
Right here.
They got to
Come
keep
on.
this above the tee line, but they really want to get this buried.
Hard boys, go! Go, go, right to the end. Go, 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 go.
Great shot behind the tee line, but it brings play back there. Probably 3/4
Or
buried.
just- like hack.
We'll try to
Do that too.
possibly take a peek over Cooey's
Back
game
line.
here for those Alberta viewers at home. They're wondering what Kevin Cooey's doing. We'll watch this shot first, and then Action Dan's going to rotate
it
over
happen.
there.
Here comes the Rhino here.
Yep. Whoa. Yep.
Alan
Wanna roll
Lyburn.
it. Wanna roll it. Yep. Yep. Whoa.
Love to roll away here if he can.
A little bit of a roll there. Alan's had an excellent game tonight, despite the fact he missed that one draw by 17 feet. Second one was more of a tap.
So again, Team Cooey versus Korea. Team Cooey with the Yellow Rocks. We think this is first skip rocks for Korea, as opposed to last. Oh, Action Dan.
Line's good. Line's good. Line's good. Skull only. Where is he?
Yeah, it's definitely the first rock for Skip Kim.
Whoa! Whoa! Whoa!
Looking for a little chap and lie here.
Hard! 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 Right
Really
now!
want the roll.
That's a very well executed shot there for Murdoch.
We're going to zip over next door quickly here. There's a lot of
Same
yelling.
way.
Looks like they made a little tap and roll off the draw that Kevin just threw, and they might be slightly behind cover. If Kevin can kill that stone, he guarantees that he goes to an extra end.
Whoa!
Alan Lyburn with his last rock here in the 8th end. Fowler shooting red rocks,
Throwing.
looking for
Derek, I got it.
2 points.
Ouch.
And just a little bit of a miss out of Alan Lyburn. Still leaves the Yellow Rock shot, but with a mess of red surrounding it.
Yeah, you know what? Alan's had a great game tonight. He's just a little off on that one, but he did keep his shooter in play, so the deuce is still alive. We're going to pan over to Cooey's sheet. I'll let you take it from here, Paul.
So Kevin Cooey with the last rock here in the 8th end for him. Looking just for the angle raise. If he can ever get the roll across and into the 4-foot, he'd love to. Cooey, one of the best hitters in the game.
I'd be on record as saying he is the best hitter in the game. But that's my own personal opinion that nobody has to agree with.
So just so you know, Kevin is up 1 without in that 8th end. So it doesn't have to. It just wants to get rid of this one, would force the extra, but make Kim make a shot for the extra. Action Dan playing around with cameras.
Worst case scenario is set out, and then he
Routine
Really-
shot there for Kev.
Yeah, as good as he can do there, and forces him. Looks like Kim would have to use the intern. That's a long corner guard might be in play.
It's actually a center guard up there as well, so he's going to have to navigate a little bit of a hole here.
So back to our B qualifier here, Murdoch versus Fowler. Skip rocks to come. David Murdoch going down to throw his first. Fowler does have hammer.
Got a hard time getting one in there, so that's a good thing. And this one is open.
Key shot here. He could put his team in an excellent position to steal and avoid the extra end.
Yeah, Rob recognizing their Murdoch's team has tried a few times to draw into this one and really have had a hard time bearing fully. So they've got to be really careful they end up, leave this rock. There might be a double opportunity for Rob.
Oh, that's out there again.
Murdoch expressing his frustration with the language.
That was Fowler.
Oh, Fowler.
Fowler thinking he's a hair full here.
Looking for full 4-foot, trying to keep this one above the tee line.
Go only!
And again, just showing us that this is trying to get the final finish on this rock.
It's a real good call by Rob, right out of his hand. He knew he was a hair full, and he was not going to get that rock fully buried.
Too thin now, eh?
So
He dragged that in here, actually.
looks like the Cooey game finished there, and Kim, by the body language on that sheet, may have taken one. But we'll get Action Dan just to take a peek across the sheet 5 again.
It's looking like an extra end over there.
It's killing us.
I would say yes. Extra end. Cooey versus Kim. Cooey having hammer. Other way, Denny.
We're guaranteed extra footage tonight. Then we'll get an extra end in our game, or we'll be able to.
Yeah, we
slide over
don't
to
even have to
Murdoch.
show you. We can tell by the setup right now that Kim scored 1 in the 8th end. Tie game. Cooey Kim. Cooey with hammer in the extra.
You don't think they lost the game and they're just out there sticking around throwing practice rocks?
Well, you know what? I could be wrong, but the fact that Cooey's team is out there with them.
Again, a shout out to those down on the patch. If you have any problem with the broadcast tonight, Paul will be down there and you'll be able to talk to him about it, or Jerry. Action Dan and I will be willing to hear your praise and sit down and have a few beverages with all the locals. Paul, you're not going to be here tomorrow, so you don't mind taking some grief, do you?
No, absolutely.
You're a team player, you always have been.
Rob Fowler here with his first skip rocks with hammer. Slight miss by David Murdoch sliding behind the tee line. Rob's going to ignore that rock, try to freeze to it and sit one on his own. Trying for the skip deuce here in the final end, possibly.
Easy, guys. Go ahead, then. Line's good. Line's good.
And all the finish in this spot coming in the last sort of 10, 12 feet.
Whoa, guys. Not to it.
Rob saying he does not want to be to that rock. Might leave enough room to come on top of it. And he's just that.
Yeah, he's about a rock and a half too heavy there. He's left enough room for Murdoch to follow him down and be shot rock and create some complications for Rob.
Here, later. Later.
Alan, always thinking positive, thinks maybe this is the best route for them to get to. I think what he's hoping for is a little bit of a bounce off potentially by Murdoch.
Yeah, well, I don't want to be flying, like, you know. Same way.
So last shot potentially here for David Murdoch in this B qualifier game. Currently Rob Fowler sitting 1 point on the back button. Murdoch looking to freeze on top of that rock. Tricky spot here. Both teams struggling to get full buried behind that guard. Really quick spot.
Yeah, he doesn't have the hammer here. Sometimes it's harder to get fully buried with the hammer.
Goodfellow and Andrews on the sweep. Waits looking fine. They just need the final curl.
Need to curl a lot here at the end. This is going to be out there too wide, I think, Paul.
Again, we've seen this numerous times where they just doesn't get that extra finish if you throw the tee line yourself. And Murdoch's going to be
Just the same shot.
little unhappy with himself not bringing his sweepers into that game.
Yeah, I just rung up another $40 in fines there. We just for the viewers out there, we do fine the skips for any profanity over the microphone. We donate the money to charity.
You know what I mean? Like if you
The
throw it, if I just throw it the
TPS,
same weight,
Pietzke Foundation, or the
maybe
Webster
not, like,
Society.
if I only move it a little bit.
Very worthy charities, local charities in the
Flying,
area.
huh? Just flying.
Yeah.
Oh, we didn't need to sweep.
So you want to throw just this?
Rob spending a little bit of time on this rock, but pretty much all he needs is nose hit. Same sort of shot he just threw. A little bit more weight. You can probably play this with backline weight, but recognizing that this is a straighter
We're
spot.
thinking the same weight.
He doesn't have to.
into here.
There he goes.
We just
Even for
can't
something
nose it,
total,
so
like-
we just
I don't think you want to overthink this one. He just threw it. He's got to throw about the same shot he just threw, and he wins the game.
That's horrendous.
We rode here before, weren't we?
I'd expect Rob to make this shot.
So what, just throw that later.
Murdoch still frustrated himself. One of the shots that he's expecting himself to make and just overthrew it a bit.
Yeah, he threw it a little too hard, and the boys brushed it a hair.
For sure. Played. Today.
So we may attempt to go to the Cooey-Kim game after this and give you a bonus end. If you've signed up for the bonus coverage with your package at home, then you'll get that end. If you didn't sign up for the bonus coverage, we may just shut it off.
Costs the same price either way, so.
Yeah, you just had to tick a box. Last shot here in the 8th end. Rob Fowler with the chance to win the game. In-turn tap back for 2 points. And qualifying for the playoffs tomorrow night here in Brooks, Alberta.
Be interesting on this last shot of the game, throwing board or backline weight, how long he will slide.
Oh, look at him. He's still sliding.
Still coasting pretty nicely. Put the brakes on there.
So it's probably a good sign. The sweeper's being brought into it. They can nose hit or roll slightly inside.
Great shot.
Looking great.
That's ball game there. Great shot by Rob.
Good game, man.
Congratulations, Team Fowler, one of the next qualifiers for the playoffs.
We will give our MVP to Mr. Alan Lyburn. Great game, Alan. Ignore what Paul said about your draw weight and your touch. I think you're a great, great man, great human being.
We will slide over here for you to Team Cooey's game. They're in an extra end as we updated you against Korea. Team Cooey with Yellow Rocks when we slide over there.
Thanks, guys. Good luck.
Team Cooey, fan favorite in this bonspiel, defending champions, having stolen the last end against Mike McEwen last year to win the spiel.
We got action in the booth here. Jerry Gertz is off his chair for the first time in 8 ends. Action Dan is reading the cameras. And we are going to go live to Team Cooey.
There where we could have showed some frustration and maybe got our focus off. But I thought
Still have our mics on Rob. He likes to do some post-game commentary.
I mean, what are you going to do? There's
Great win by them. Congratulations. They're in the money now.
just we just didn't get them quite stacked on yours, and then they wiggled them around. And we were going for double peels, and a couple of them didn't work out. That's the kind of stuff where you could just bury your head in the sand and quit.
We're just going to turn the mics off, Rob, here in a second. Action Dan is working hard to get the angles. CurlingZone.com. Bonus coverage coming up in any second. We can see Card on the left-hand side of your screen right now. That's the game we will be going to. Go, Danny, go, go. We are putting a lot of pressure on Dan. He's trying to give us the best setup possible. Perfect, we'll get that so we know that they're sliding. If we can get the other house, it would be phenomenal, but not a while. Badger Daylight, one of the sponsors here at CactusPheasantClassic.com, and Cactus Communication, see their lettering on the ice. Phenomenal house lettering by Jet Ice Curling. Here we go. We're going to try to get the far end. There should be people standing in the house. Rocks in play. Paul Webster here with Pete Stetsky. Again, Brooks, Alberta. The 7th annual Cactus Pheasant Classic. Just finished up a B qualifier with Rob Fowler winning over David Murdoch. Here we are on the sheet. Kevin Cooey playing against Kim out of Korea. Tie game. We're in the extra end here. Cooey with yellow rocks. Only a few rocks to go. Looks like skip rocks for Cooey left. Can we try to get a shot of the house there, Dan?
Looks like a wide open clean end here. It means Nolan and Carter must have done their job. Probably automatic tick shots for a guy at Nolan's level.
There we go. Dan! Round of applause in the patch for Dan.
Probably the only thing Nolan is better at than making the tick shot is blogging. He has 13 or 14 people who regularly read his blog every week on Twitter. Easy peel there for Kudog, setting up what should be an open hit for the win. Provided this guy hits the rings, which I'm not convinced he will.
Last shot for Kim. He's got to put it anywhere in the house and hope for a miss out of Kevin Cooey.
In these situations, Paul, you tend to try to use scouting to decide in-turn, out-turn, what the tendency try to just squeak out any type of advantage you can?
Yeah, a lot of times these players know each other's tendencies, so they, they're trying to push them to something that they recognize as a negative or a small little deficiency in a player's repertoire. Unfortunately, with a player like Kevin Cooey, I'm not sure if you're going to find one these days.
No, I don't think so either.
So they're going to toss it into the 4-foot here, hopefully, and maybe trying to make him hit, hoping for a roll out.
Yeah, anywhere in the rings there is what he was looking for. Kevin will now play his out turn. Probably a little quieter than normal weight here, Paul, would you say?
Yeah, we've seen a ton of board weight, hack weight on this ice, just trying to bring the curl into it, and that's pretty much where they're putting this brush. So looking for a nose hit here.
Could be our last rock of the night.
It could be. We could go for the 10-end game if there is a rollout on this one. The very uncommon 10-end, 8-end game. But Kevin Cooey here, 2010 world champion Kevin Cooey, last rock of this extra end for the win. Just an open hit. Nolan Thiessen, Carter Rycroft.
It's a good sign that they're sweeping it, Paul.
And cleaning it all the way to contact. Congratulations to Team Cooey staying alive in the Seaside here at the Cactus Pheasant Classic. That is the end of our broadcast for today. Again, my name's Paul Webster, along with Pete Stetsky. Will join us tomorrow at noon, where you'll see Kevin Martin taking on Brady Clark in a battle of the Seaside, trying to get to that C qualifier and qualify for tomorrow's playoffs.
Just want to give a shout out to Paul filling in. He's got to go back, spend some family time tomorrow with his daughter, but you did an excellent job, sir. It was nice working with you, and hopefully we can do it again in the future.
Thanks, Peter. Thanks again, everyone.
Just